going to go ahead and
I already have 14.
Yeah, 14 and 1 like. So that's a lot of people that have seen it since I created the post for this, which wasn't that long ago because my happy rear end forgot to post.
Well, and then last week you both did.
Yep.
Did we?
I literally created this schedule like just about 26 minutes ago.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because I think it's
Because I
about
forgot
time
to create it this morning before I headed out on the adventure.
Adventurous.
Mm-hmm. Very adventurous, and I might even share some of that video later. But at any rate, so for us radio jockeys, some of the biggest news happened today. Okay.
What
What'd you miss? You don't even know. So this time around, okay, so most people would say when Howard Stern pisses people off, it's no big deal. He pisses off his haters almost every day of the week, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
One of the reasons we like him.
Yep.
Today, he pissed off his actual fans.
Ooh.
So it was announced today that Howard, what's up, James? Howard Stern signed a 5-year contract released today for $500 million. And then immediately made the announcement that he would not be doing any live shows from July 1st all the way to September 1st, as he's taking 2 months off to recruit. Needless to say, the fans are pissed off. Most of them making comments like, hey, man, I like pay $20 or $40 or whatever a month for this XM Sirius service just for you. I'm going to cancel my service if you're not doing any new shows. Like, they are truly pissed off.
Wow.
And as for me, I say, go Howard. Go Howard. I mean, good grief. He needs, one of them was like, why did he take like 2 weeks like everybody else?
Wait, can you say go Howard again? Because I
go Howard.
Why does that look like you're saying go Howard University?
It almost looked like something else. I was like,
well, if I do it this way, it's something else. If I do it this way, it's another thing. I have my fist closed. I have my fist closed. Okay, go Howard. That's what I say.
But see, nobody can see the top of that hand, so you could have done whatever you want, and nobody would have known.
I needed that laugh. Thank you.
You're welcome. James, One Dirty Carpenter, thank you for joining in. Chanel Carter, thank you for joining in. Everybody, thank you for joining in. And of course, Julie.
I love that that's One Dirty Carpenter. Can I share the one piece of good news I had today?
Sure.
No, you can't.
You can fuck yourself.
Well,
respectfully, go fuck yourself.
I would say
I love you
today. Okay.
I love you. You sit down, brother, husband.
That was an aggressive I love you. I don't know about that.
Love you, damn it. My state opened up.
No.
Hooray, hooray.
But can I talk to you about the dog and pony show they put on? Like, they had it in the freaking soccer stadium in the middle of Portland, right? And they had the freaking soccer announcer announcing all of the doctors and the bigwigs from the science university and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what the fuck? Why do they have a sports arena announcer announcing doctors and fucking, I don't even know who that person was. And it was like an audience of like 50. And then they were like, and now the star of our blah, 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 like Governor Kate Brown. And I was like, am I the only one that feels like she should be wearing a robe of some sort coming in like a boxer, already? Like, I was waiting for the marching band. Like, it felt like a big production to open my state back up. Like, yeah, without the satisfaction of the happy ending at the end.
Would you have been happier if they would have played like the Imperial March as they came out? You know, dun 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 dun. Dun.
Right. I was thinking of like Enter Sandman or like, some like hardcore rock song or something, and Kate Brown in her robe with her boxing gloves, already. And because yay, the state's opening. And then they would like make these announcements and everybody would stop and clap. And I was like, does anybody else hear, we did it, yay, in the background every time they clap? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I trolled hard on that Facebook post.
We have given you your freedoms back.
Well,
You
but they
will
were only live on Facebook, though. They didn't even put it on like the local news channels.
Oh, it wasn't worthy for local news, apparently.
No, but it was worthy of a freaking sports announcer.
Well, you figure local news, that's only worthy for protest and such, but not something like that. I mean, after all, think about it. The local news, their ratings are going to go down. They have nothing to report now that you're open.
Well, had she tripped and fallen off the stage, the announcer would have been perfect. But
Oh, absolutely.
it just felt a little over the top. I don't know.
Well, he might have made his money worth. Maybe. If you can hear a sports announcer, somebody's going to trip over the stage. There we go, and there she is tripping off the stage as she takes a nosedive. Carter, let's see the instant replay.
See, they should have had Bob Menery doing the announcing for that one. Have you guys ever seen his videos?
Well, the guy's a shitty news, not news, but sportscaster anyways. It was all like garbled and like, I don't even know. If I can find that, I'll send it to you guys to just browse over real quick, because I was sitting there the whole time like, what the actual fuck? Like, hey, the last 15 months of your life has sucked, but hey, we're open now.
Where's Harry Carey when you need him for something? That'd been the perfect announcer for the. Oh, there she goes. She opened up the.
I love Harry Carey. I love the SNL version of Harry Carey.
Well, now that y'all are open, y'all can have your Portlanders back. We'll send them back to you.
Are they there? Are they hanging out in Vegas right now?
Okay, so I got to tell you.
I don't really want the man buns and the skinny jeans.
It was worse.
I voted they can stay there.
It was worse than that. I swear to God, it was worse than that. Now, first of all, before I say what I got to say about this situation, I'm going to say there's nothing wrong with it. If that's what you want to do, you boo. I'm not against it. Whatever cranks your tractor, floats your boat, plays your garage door opener, however you want to put that phrase. If it feels good, do it, right? Okay. I just invented that one.
If it feels good, do it.
If it feels good, do it. Okay.
Well, if you insist.
My roommate and his electric bike, he had a problem with the rear wheel, and he sent it off to be fixed, and then they didn't quite have it totally aligned. So this past Saturday, we had to take a ride out to REI to get them to realign it. Okay. Make sure everything's good. So we get done with that and we go around through the district where, it's kind of like all these shops and outdoor tables everywhere, right? We pull up to the coffee bean and tea leaf because I want a caramel mocha frappe, right? And so we park the bikes and there's this group of people out there at the table out in front, sitting, just a few feet away from me, right? And my roommate goes in to get the drinks. And I look out the corner of my eye and I'm like, dude, what in ever-loving hell has happened? You are a mismatched jigsaw puzzle. This is the first thought that goes through my brain. You are a mismatched jigsaw puzzle.
What were they wearing?
Dig this. Now, it was a dude, okay? And for the tone of his voice, yes, he's probably gay. But he's got a girl's haircut. And when I say girl's haircut, think of the hair coming down to the side and right along the cheek line, cut short.
He's got a bob.
He's got a bob, right?
Bob.
And my eyes are, currently.
Are you sure that he was a bob?
It was a bob. Well,
he might be artist formerly known as Felicia.
He could have been a Roberta.
Well, it actually wasn't. And this is how I know. My eyes are on his eyes to begin with, and and the voice, you're obviously gay, and it's like my eyes scan down. It's a fishnet T-shirt with the nipples hanging out.
Shut the F up. That might be.
Were those?
Stop it. I'll wait for you to finish.
Okay, now there's no booze. This is flat
I
chested.
might know who this is.
As
Okay.
total flat chested can get, right? And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, that's definitely not a girl, definitely gay. And then I'm like, looking kind of cockeyed, and I'm like, what the ever loving jigsaw puzzle? And then he pulls out a compact and starts putting on his lipstick. But then I look, I found the excuse, checking my bike chain, right? Because I'm like, okay, we got to keep going south with this gaze.
Checking his bike chain.
Checking his bike chain. Up and down, I'm checking the bike chain, and I look out at the corner of my eye. Oh, no. This ain't even skinny jeans. These are like dudes, baggy jeans. And I'm like, oh, and guys' shoes. Not even, a girl's flip-flop. And I look back up and I'm scanning and I'm like, what the holy? And I couldn't even get the word jigsaw puzzle out of my mouth. And I'm listening to the conversation at the same time. And, oh, it's much hotter here than it is in Portland. And I'm like, bingo!
I could have told you that's what happened. That's
Now
what
I
half these
understand.
fuckers look like any given day of the week.
Oh man!
And based on the level of filth, tells you their living situation or not. Sometimes some of them have homes and jobs, and they look like they just crawled out of a tent in downtown.
The only other question I have is, were the nipples pierced?
No. This was like nerd dude chest. There was no even defining pecs.
It was concave.
Okay. I mean, there was not even anything there. And I'm like, pick a gender. There ain't but two. Pick one and go with it, dude. I don't care which one.
He was cramming all that pride into the very last day of the month. That's what he was doing.
So
yeah.
Here in Oregon, we have what we call like the hood to coast, right? There's runners, there's bicyclists, everything. We also have one from Seattle to the beach down in here and everything too. But it goes along a Highway 30.
Mm-hmm.
And Highway 30 goes basically along the Columbia River.
Right.
So from Astoria, which is at the beach, all the way through to Portland. And then either way, my meds clearly have worn off, so bear with me.
Okay.
But what happens is there's just people on the side of the road during these times that are power walking, jogging, running, bicycles. And you'll straight up see people get into fistfights, because these bicyclists don't stay on the side of the road. They're minivans that are like their water carriers and everything, right? Will just fucking park in the middle of Highway 30 to give their runner or their bicyclist refreshments. And I have literally witnessed car accidents, and it's insane, right? In fact, a few years ago, somebody was drunk and they stole a truck with porta potties on the back of it and ran it through a field, and they actually ran over some bicyclists while camping. It's a big deal, right?
Damn.
But along this Highway 30, there is what we call the Highway 30 hooker.
Oh God.
And she is out year round.
And this is the same person.
She wears the very similar outfit to what was just described, specifically the fishnet top. But she has boobs. Very, very, very large, pretty nice ones, but everything is okay but the face. But
it's called a better face.
But truckers don't care about that. Truckers don't care about that, whatever. And she literally, she is known. If you were to come out here and ask about the Highway 30 hooker, most everybody that is from the area originally knows who you're talking about. But there was actually a post circulating around on Facebook, about a month ago, where people were like, where is the Highway 30 hooker? Somebody literally said that they hadn't seen her in like 6 days and they were concerned. If that
Well,
goes
that's
to
pretty
show, like,
Janelle's got her candy cane.
but she
That-
will be out, no shit, if it is iced over roads with her little fishnet top on, but a jacket, right? Unzipped.
That's dedication.
So you can still just
So you
with
can
her
still-
thumb out.
That is pure dedication.
And she
I gotta
jumps
say.
in rigs at one point, rides it to another point, runs across the highway, and then jumps into a rig back to that other point, just back and forth all day long.
You know, you seem to know her route pretty well.
It's because everybody around here knows all about her. In fact, one of her like the drop off point closest to Portland, there's a little like motorhome or something that's like less than a quarter mile up the road. Apparently, that's where she lives.
so
I figured
her
she was
entire
about to say
job-
at her little spot, she's got like people set out there, these little heaters and stuff like that.
Right?
well, that's pure
She's got a
dedication.
GoFundMe.
No, the only reason I know so much is she is a very, very common topic of conversation. And I used to work with at the hospital somebody who says that their wife went to high school with her. So, yeah, it's
It sounds like she could be the USPS mascot because she's there, rain, sleet, shine, or snow, and she always delivers.
look
Yeah.
if you're ever in search of gonorrhea persiflades, Highway 30 hooker.
She's got a package slot for you.
It makes you wonder: is that the reason why the bicyclists go up and down that highway? Is for this Highway 30 hooker?
She is probably where the vaccination came from, because
Probably immune to the
she's
damn
had it all and her body fights it all off.
I would hope it fights it. Now,
She's immune
You're
to
going to have an
everything.
atomic apocalypse, and it's going to be her and the cockroaches left.
Oh my God.
yeah, just her and the cockroaches. That's
I
it,
should
right there.
probably be careful because maybe the Highway 30 hooker hangs out on here. I don't know.
I don't
She's
know.
probably- with as long as she's apparently been doing it, as well known as she is, she's probably a multi-millionaire.
You know what? Probably.
Probably.
Maybe that 6 days she was on vacation, like at her island. Like,
Well, hello to everybody who's joining in. If you just came in, unfortunately, you're like, what in the world's going on? But I'm going to show you guys because I had a quiet bike ride. These are what my
All right, dear Teresa.
this is
So
bike ride in my area.
this is the railroad trail,
Keep your eyes open.
but this is part of the trail that I'm under. And I say under because I feel like I'm under with all these trees growing overhead. But as you can tell from the mountain ranges, I'm damn near to Boulder City at this point. I've lost 1 bar of power. The bike's in cruise control. I did set cruise control. I've been running cruise control most of the way. But yeah, pretty cool area.
I think we're safe here in Vegas because I didn't see no Highway 30 hooker out there. It was
like
just a
it.
normal bike trail.
I think your laugh at the end of that.
I
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love your laugh.
did that on all 3 videos today. I think after the third one, I was because I was at the 93, 95 interchange, and I was like, I go, and I was like, damn, I sound like Peter Griffin. Holy shit.
That's probably why I like your laugh so much. My boyfriend has been watching Paradise PD.
Oh my God, on Netflix?
Uh,
That show is freaking hilarious.
have you seen the newest season? Like,
Not the newest one, though.
I'm telling you, dude, there is no area they will not go.
Good evening, Brophy in the house. Yeah,
I
not
have
seen
found
the newest
myself
season
watching
yet.
it going, oh,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that show. I haven't watched it yet. I'm catching up on some other stuff because we hadn't had Netflix in a while. Thank you, by the way.
You're
But
Now you know you have to activate it because there's a new season. Now, I do that with Netflix though. I activate it long enough to catch up on all the seasons of all the stuff that I like to watch. And as soon as it's over with, I cancel them because they don't have squat for entertainment otherwise. Just
Right.
a few shows, like PD and Santa Clara Diet. Yep. Now Brophy's got another
Yes,
show you need to check
Brophy,
out.
Paradise PD. If you like, well, I know you like raunchy humor. Who am I kidding? Like, but it's like The
Family Guy,
Simpsons, Family Guy meets like your redneck hillbilly buddy that f's his sister. Like
Rick and Morty.
I mean, this most recent season, like I said, my boyfriend, he laughs. He loves stuff like that. But when I can hear him sometimes over my headphones downstairs,
Yeah, that's a
like,
good show.
it's. And the other night I was buried in like my phone about something, and he's like, "Oh my God, did you see that?" And he rewound something for me to watch it again. And I was like, "What the actual like?" And he's like, so when I have a reaction like that and not much phases me, right? You're pure as the driven snow.
Yeah. Driven
My
snow in
ass.
Michigan, baby.
Well, let's not bring my ass into this, actually. Like, but lies.
It seems that you're talking about a lot of ass up there in Portland, talking about the hookers.
I told you some of them are down
We
here
like-
in Vegas.
We like to keep it classy
Yeah,
around here.
white as the driven ass. You got it right, Brophy. White as the driven ass.
That hasn't been wiped in a while.
Driven ass.
But
I had such a delayed response. I only just now read that.
Robin
I'm
Melton.
sorry.
Hey, Lab, guess who? I don't know. I hate guessing games. Robin Melton, welcome to the show.
Bleaching.
Bleaching it.
One of my favorite shows on Netflix. Oh, my sister is in the house. We're going to invite her up. She is on a mission in Little Rock, Arkansas right now, but we're going to see if she figures out how to do the invite thing. At any rate, one of my favorite shows that my sister cannot stand to watch, I got her onto it, but it just about killed her, was Santa Clara Diet.
Oh yeah, with Drew Barrymore and Timothy Oliphant. Yeah.
I only watched the first 2 seasons. I haven't watched any more of it yet.
Oh, you got to watch more, but I don't know if there's a third one out yet. But if it does
or
come
maybe
out,
it was only the first season.
Yeah, see, I want to see Santa Clara goes to Washington D.C. and she starts eating all the people there, all the politicians.
Santa Clarita Diet takes the Senate.
Yeah, there we go. And she can start with the squad. We can get rid of them. They're all. Those would just be appetizers.
Be sitting there chewing on Maxine Waters. Kind of gamey.
Can you imagine the hilarity that would come from that? The hilarity that would come from
certain ones.
a
Oh,
Who's
my
already dead. No,
just
thanks.
be
I'll
awesome.
pass.
Be chewing on Nancy Pelosi. Why is rigor mortis already set in?
Ooh, this
Sorry,
one's
Internet
extra
goes.
tough. I like that show, and of course, I like The Ranch. Teresa, you have to accept the invite. I did invite you on. I ain't sure how the heck you do it from your cellio phone because I'm pretty sure that's what you're on. But I did send you an invite to join us.
Push the button.
Push the button.
No, the other button. The other button. Not the red button. Where'd Rianne go?
She clicked her button.
Rianne, we weren't talking about your
button. Oh, Rianne's back.
There you be.
Damn it, I'm on
internet providers now. And I still have issues.
But let's see here.
I'm still on top.
What's wrong?
He don't like being on top. He's a power
much
bottom.
work. It's too much work being on top. Leave the live, click the go live button, and then select the show from the list under the blue button. There you go.
Now you're on the bottom.
Oh, she says, hold on, need glasses. Yes, thank you. There's less effort. All I have to do is sit here. Okay. Y'all do all the work. I just sit here. Maybe that's why my ex-wife divorced me. Yeah, sit and spin. That's exactly it, right there. You know, I can just sit here, lay here, whatever. And this chair will go. Wait, what the hell?
Now Rand's fucking with you.
I mean, I've been.
What's that?
She's frozen.
No,
She's frozen. No, she's back.
Hi.
Hello.
What is happening?
I don't know.
I think your internet is just like.
Well, I'm number 1 right now, so.
Yeah, you're number 1, but I think your internet's being a jigsaw puzzle. It doesn't know what it wants to do.
I just sent a text message to my boyfriend, like, motherfucker, we were dropping both of these internet providers.
Are you trying out the new one? Is that what it is?
No, well, so no, what we did is we have Comcast as our primary. And then we just signed up for CenturyLink. And CenturyLink is set to kick in only if Comcast goes down.
There's my sister.
But I don't understand what is actually going on right now. I haven't gotten a notification that I have bad internet, but I'm assuming it's me.
Well, welcome, Teresa.
How the heck do you do? Okay. Oh God, you look at how fucking my face is. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Oh, there I am. Okay.
You are just fine.
Hey, everybody.
So how is the humidity and swamp ass in Little Rock, Arkansas?
Let me tell you, bro, I did not get no swamp ass. If you, but I love the humidity here. It's actually, you know, it's kind of nice. It's a little change from the desert heat that we got.
It's a wet heat.
It's a wet heat.
Yeah, it's a wet
Little
heat.
Rock is wet.
It's a wet heat, but it's really nice here. I've been seeing a lot of great wildlife. Saw 2 raccoons run down the street, jump into a gutter. Saw a baby deer nursing off mom. Couple dozen bluebirds, couple of redbirds, and a ton of squirrels running around looking at me like, "What are you doing here?
On?
What's happened?"
On your end, Rianne, you seem to be okay from what I can see.
You're coming in fine on our end.
Yeah, Rianne, I can hear you just fine. Is she having a problem hearing?
No, her internet's been acting up.
Oh. So
I hear
yeah,
a
it's been
phone ringing.
good. We had the family. So my mission, ladies and gentlemen, was for a family gathering to say goodbye to one of our matriarchs, who is now joining the rest of the matriarch family up there in the big old sky.
Oh.
So yeah. So we said goodbye to a legendary lady today. Is she gonna be okay with her internet?
I think so.
Yeah, she keeps coming back in, so.
Okay, good.
She keeps coming. That's good enough for us.
You're so wrong. You know my brain went somewhere it should not have went.
Light it all on fire.
What was that, Rianne?
I'm going to light it all on fire. I'm unplugging everything from the wall, and it's going up in a blaze.
Oh, there we go.
She's gonna have Justin standing up there with a coat hanger and an ironing
He's not
rod.
even answering his damn phone, but I can hear his ass down there laughing. He's probably watching Paradise PD.
Yeah, well, we heard the phone ringing on your end.
That's
You heard it?
Internet.
We heard. I'm sitting here going, yeah, I hear a phone ringing. She's calling somebody.
Yeah. Fucking
That's what's
Comcast.
internet. He's watching Paradise. He's probably watching 2 different episodes of Paradise PD on 2 different devices or something.
Most likely, that's probably what he's doing.
He's eating all that internet.
All right, so what is the topic for tonight, guys?
He needs to stop streaming his
There is no
porn
topic.
and get up
There
here and
never
help
is a
me.
topic. That's Masticators Anonymous. We don't have a topic. We just
you
shoot
don't?
from
Okay.
the hip. You know, on our daily whatever
BRB.
we saw, seen, did, or otherwise. Which, you know, you already saw this footage, but everybody knows what I
All
did
right, dear
today.
Teresa. So
Yes, I did.
this is the railroad trail,
You know,
but
I didn't see any Highway 30 hookers. That was good.
Oh, come on. They got to be out there somewhere.
Nobody
It wasn't from a lack of effort of looking.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was not for the lack of effort for looking. I will say that. You know, because I did look pretty hard at everything around
Okay,
me.
I'm back.
Because I can't wait to go do that trip.
No, I'm not.
I really can't wait to do that trip. As long as we got lots of frozen water, we're good.
No, you know, there's hell, the truck stop I stopped at. You can always
Oh,
stop.
that's right. We could stop at the truck stop. Yeah, we do. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And there she goes again. Did she set it on fire this time?
She's about ready to. She's about ready to.
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't.
And Kara, thank you for the high award. That is absolutely awesome sauce. But yeah, I left off with Howard Stern there, but I say go Howard because damn it, he needs a break. I mean, the fans don't realize this guy's doing from first thing in the morning till late at night, 4-hour shows, 2 hours off, 4-hour shows, 2 hours off. You know, he deserves a break.
Yeah, he does.
You know,
well, hey, I'm sure he was crying the whole way with that $500 million contract in his hands.
Oh, absolutely. You know, $100 million a year for 5 years is what it comes down to.
That's yeah, $100 million a year for 5 years. That's pretty crazy. No.
I mean,
I
if he wants to give me a couple $100,000 of it, I'll fill his spot for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Well, you know, hey, throw me in. I want the weekend.
You know, I figure just starting out, you know, on XM Sirius, I think the three of us could probably manage, you know, 10, 15 million, maybe 20 million, maybe 30, you know, maybe get 10 million each just starting out on XM, you know?
Yeah, but I got to get used to doing this because, man, you know, doing live stuff is kind of new to me. Well, no, it's not. It's kind of new, but this is a little different because this is more radio. This is like broadcast all over the world. So,
yeah.
Versus, wait a minute, when we did the show, we were broadcast all over the world, right?
Yeah, when you came on with me, you were on HAPS as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
that's right, because I was on the other app, and then
they couldn't see you on the HAPS portion where I was sending it to all over the world, but they could hear you because you were coming in off the Clapper app.
Mm-hmm.
So they could,
as far as they were concerned, you were radio.
Yeah. How do I look?
She's familiar with that guy. She's done radio shows with me in the past years, several of them. So she's familiar with the radio side, not the visual side.
No,
on the radio side, yes.
Yeah, the
but
radio
she
side
did.
is insane.
But she did go live with me first. I just want to throw that out there.
Yes,
yeah.
She kept you occupied while I was dealing with
my brother with my friend, his friend.
Well, you pretty close to the right state for shit like that's a normal conversation down there.
Yeah, true, very true.
I cheated on my brother with a friend. Oh, that's just Tuesday around here, sweetheart. That's just Tuesday.
I hate to see what Wednesday gonna be.
Were you on the tractor in the back 40? Because it don't count if you wasn't on the tractor in the back 40.
Oh, but if it was on the tractor in the back 40 with a bottle of moonshine, it counts.
Then it counts.
They got all their teeth. They're fancy.
Yeah. If they got 2 teeth, they fancy.
Hell, shit.
If they got all of them, that's marriage material.
No, but I will say this about Little Rock. It is a very beautiful place, and I love the architecture. I mean,
there's definitely a lot of colonial architecture out there. Very old school, very colonial.
Oh, yeah.
See, I always kind of like going through Arkansas. Of course, everybody talks about the Ozarks, but I've always liked that the trees and stuff like that as you get further north before you start crossing into the northern states.
Yeah, true.
Not northern states, but you know what I mean.
I've never been to Arkansas.
It's actually very, very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I have heard.
Yeah, my I guess my family's base is here, so it's really cool to be at the family home.
Yeah, with mosquitoes that'll carry you off.
Hell no.
I saw one of those. Holy smokes! It landed on my arm, and I thought I was smacking a fly.
Them things are gigantic out there. They got them big enough to carry you off into the mountains.
They're called
Yes, they
pterodactyls.
do.
Yeah. They got pterodactyl skeeters out there.
That's
Yes.
so messed up.
Well, it's true. He ain't lying. They're huge.
Yeah, that's
And
what
they
we
stretch.
You think it's a
Them
dragonfly?
damn
and
things
you think it's a
go.
dragonfly? And
Now
it's
you
a
guys can
mosquito.
have it. I'll just stay here in Oregon where we don't have a bunch of
Well, you
scary things.
apparently inherited the Texas sun. That's for damn sure.
No shit. Let me
Yes.
tell
Oregon
you.
weather was so bad it made local news in Austin today.
Oh yeah, it
No
made lots of
way.
news down
In
here.
Really?
Austin,
Oh,
they
yeah,
pulled up
so-
the map of the Northwest and they said, "This is the weather in Portland." And of course, everybody in Austin's like, "Why the fuck do we care?" And then it was like, "Oh, it's 115, 120," and we're sitting there going, "Damn!"
At one point, one of our outdoor thermometers said 126. So you
Whoa.
keep in mind when the weather reports tell you what the temperature is and stuff, that's their weather reader way up there, right? They're
Yeah,
not
that's not-
factoring in down on the ground next to blacktop and all that other, you
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
people's
Exactly.
siding, depending on what kind of material their siding was made of, was melting.
Yep. I believe it. I believe it.
Oh yeah.
You know,
So
We
you
don't
go out and
have
fry an egg
weather
on the-
like
on the
that
sidewalk
here.
yet?
No,
like-
not up there. They don't.
We've
man.
never. Oh
Man.
yeah,
Go out and fry an egg tomorrow for me.
we should
wanna
have.
see it.
No. Today was actually decent. Thank
Oh, today?
goodness. I should have. I didn't even think of that. I just know that I was like, hell no. And my office was the only room in the house with AC because it's the one room in the house that they didn't attach the HVAC to. Right? So I have a window AC, or not a window, but one of those, I call it the R2D2 unit. So
yeah.
Oh my
I'm in my
God.
office. It's cool as ice cube in here. I'm like, woohoo, I'm shivering. But I go anywhere else in the house,
I'm just
and
thinking,
parts of me were sweating that I didn't know could sweat.
I bet.
Like,
I totally bet.
you know what I
didn't even know
mean?
I had a prostate.
Ah. You're like, do I want to take a shower? No, because I'm just gonna get out and still be freaking like, ugh. Like,
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
It's like that here. But see,
Yeah.
I'm wondering what all them Sasquatch hunters out there in the woods were thinking. Be like, some bitch, it's hot. They're gonna cook this motherfucker. That's how we're just gonna find his ass. We just
no
gonna cook
shit,
that
right? Well, and then but the heat, like the excessive heat, especially when you're not used to it, what it does to people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, just the rage on the roads and in the oh my god, the grocery stores.
The summer
could-
crazy.
Really?
Literally,
That's
if you
crazy.
could find popsicles, you would have been a millionaire. Okay, every single
Mix your
grocery
own with
store
Kool-Aid.
was
Kool-Aid.
out of popsicles. Not even ice cream bars. Every fucking popsicle was
People walking
gone. Like,
Oh wow.
I know this because I went looking for popsicles because I love popsicles.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Mhm.
The 7-Eleven Slurpees, like their machines couldn't keep up. Like,
Oh,
Wow.
that's right.
Like-
That's right. That's right.
Be
'cause,
walking out of the
you know,
grocery store in Portland, with popsicles. Somebody walk up to you, and be like, "I suck your dick for a popsicle."
right. Or like the
Exactly.
angry homeless man that's like, you're in my bubble. And you're like, fuck, I didn't know you had one. Like, sorry. Like,
That's funny.
it was bad. It was so bad. But what to
shit.
make matters worse, our central air went out,
Okay,
so
Ooh.
quick question. So what time does this broadcast end?
In about another 3 hours or so.
Oh, good. So I
3.5
have time to go back
hours.
to the campsite and set up and sit here and shoot and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to charge my phone some more and I'm going to go to the campsite and I will see you guys there.
Okay.
All right.
all righty, sounds
Peace, love,
good.
and teen grease.
We'll be by the campfire.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
No burning,
No.
right? No burn
no,
ban.
there is in the campfire pits, but I just don't, they're out of wood at the campsite, so I can't burn it.
There's trees.
Oh, wait, there's Duralog. Oh,
There's
no,
trees.
not here. Okay, so one of the main rules is
There's
one, you can't bring in your own wood because, what is that? What is it, bro? Is it like bugs or something? Is that the reason, right? Viruses
Well,
and stuff. You
lab's
can't bring
okay
your
then.
own wood in.
Oh,
No.
invasive species.
Yeah, invasive species. Okay, so that's one. The second
But you
reason
can
is-
sleep with your sister?
Yeah, that's
Hey, it's
weird, huh?
Arkansas. Don't you question it, all right?
That's the logic makes zero sense. Fuck your sister all you want, but you bring those bugs around here.
This is
But
the
then-
same state
but
that elected
because
Bill Clinton and
they
then
always
turned around and
provide the
elected
wood.
the other guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true, very
True.
true.
I'm
Yeah.
totally kidding.
So
It's
they
red
provide the
equity at
wood,
its
but they're
finest.
out of wood right now.
Okay.
But she said, but
Bitch.
I get special privilege because I'm from Vegas.
There you go. You go ahead and you flaunt that privilege.
Absolutely.
Yes, I am, baby. Flaunt
what-
it like I got it.
So what do they call people?
Okay,
What do they call
okay,
people
okay.
from?
Okay, you're gonna love this. Okay.
I
Okay.
love your
I am-
sister, Lab. I might have to trade you in.
Okay.
You ain't seen
Lab
the crack of
knows.
it yet.
Lab knows that when I go to bed, I sleep naked. Okay, I'm in a tent. I have the little windows open. It does not dawn on me that when I wake up the next morning, the windows are open and people are walking around and my booty is hanging out.
Breakfast and a show.
Oh my gosh, yes, it was. And what a show they got. Because I wasn't laying there like this.
This is some
I
good
wasn't
coffee.
laying like this. I was like,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's
yeah,
how I
right? Because you're trying to get all the air. I know. And you got it. You
She
got
wakes
to totally spread eagle
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's a whole like area down there that's it's
You know,
gotta
and these
gotta
guys,
get the air like
one boob's up here, one boob's over here under the pit.
Right.
It was, yeah, it was weird.
right. 0 Fs.
She just wakes
Mhm.
up. And she just hears somebody going, "I feel like having ham for breakfast." What do you think about that?
Hey, some ham hocks and beans.
A little bit of Canadian bacon? How's that sound? That sounds pretty good, don't it?
It's a real fine medium like breakfast blend and then oh hey titty.
Let me give you some milk.
Well,
Creamer.
that's where most guys take one look. They got a nerve to
Unsweetened.
climb the Twin Peaks with red snow.
Oh dear God.
If you know that's the case, if you out there waking up like my sister wakes up, and some guy walks by and goes, "Yaleh-hoo." Yep, he done spotted the mountains
And
with the red
then,
snow.
and then, okay, so the campsite, they have me up by the cameras because they put the tent people close to where the cameras are, because people could go in your tent and take your stuff, right?
Or watch
I
you
was
sleep.
trying to, yeah, and I was trying to fix my tent, and I had my sarong on. Well, a light little breeze came up, and my booty and everything else mooned the camera.
Did you do the Marilyn Monroe pose?
There's some
I
security
shoulda.
guy out there going, "Did you see this shit?"
We got the camera aiming right in that little unzipped window, guys.
Because the next day,
Oh,
when I went to tell her that,
they don't
and
even
when I
need to
went
walk by. They zoom the camera in.
They just zoom the camera.
The
You know
worst
that
part is-
security guard's on the other side going, "Hey, wait, look at that Vegas coochie. Look at that. It's
It
a
wasn't
slot
security,
machine. It's
just-
just
it's the people. The cameras are controlled by the people that own the park. And her husband happened to be getting up in the middle of the
Huh.
night when he walked past the
So
camera.
the
and saw
trees have eyes.
The trees have eyes.
the trees have eyes.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We had a lot of fun out here, though. All right, guys. I'm going to charge my phone a little bit, and I will see you later.
All right, see you
so-
later,
Love and
sis.
grease.
Bye.
So y'all, welcome to the happy world of my sister.
No, I love it. I love
that's
it.
awesome. Oh, she was cracking me up the other night when we were when Lab was doing his thing with Odell or whatever, and then she's a trip. She's
She is a
absolute
total trip.
Yeah.
She's the girl that goes to the swinger clubs out here on a regular basis. And trust me, if it's boring in there for even 2 seconds flat, she'll have that place rocking in half a millisecond after that.
That's awesome.
Like, she is just the most adventurous person.
Oh, hey, I got my shirt.
I see
I
that.
seen that earlier. I was going to ask you, but then we got on other topics of ham and
Highway
Roast
30
beef.
hookers.
Highway
And-
30 hookers and
It's an exclusive park that you go to, and it's just a whole bunch of swings.
yeah.
yes.
That's the PG version of it.
And you
The
can
swingers-
sit on that swing,
yeah.
and you can sit over on that swing, and that person's swinger will swing you, and you can go and swing somebody else's swing. And
If you're lucky, you end up on the putt-putt course and you make a hole in one. Depending on how many's there.
oh, Julie, I'm messing with you.
I kind of figured you was being a smart ass, which is probably why they were being smart asses, but
She just wanted to hear somebody explain it.
yeah, I did.
So, anyways, back to your shirt. What do you think?
I like it.
I have not ordered mine yet, but I think they're
I think I might go with, instead of just the base model like material, I might spend a little bit more for the one that's part like polyester and
Mhm.
cotton. Because this is 100% and it fits just fine after being washed, but I do like polyester material. Like this is
I know it
that kind
feels
of
good.
cotton that's a little like stiff. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
so.
Yeah, I've washed mine a couple of times and it's kind of softer.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I washed it a couple of times and let's see, I think after the second one, and I would throw 2 bounce sheets in with it. Well, with the load, but you know what I mean. And it seemed fine after that.
2 bounce sheets with the load.
2 bounce sheets with the load. Got to make sure she's bouncing twice.
Hey, honey, let's
I'll
work on that baby weight. You fuck. I watched your video. I was like, your poor wife. Like, God. Did you see his video?
Yeah,
Lab?
I saw his video.
Oh my
I
God.
was dying. I was dying.
I was too, but I was like, your poor wife and the abuse she takes.
I'm glad you like the red color, lady. I am the one who designed that and picked that red. So yay for me.
Yeah, and I got a red Kale AI shirt.
Oh
The one
yeah.
that has the KLAI on it, or
Yeah, the red shirt that I got is KLAI.
okay.
I can hold it up. I did a video on it, but I know you guys haven't been super active on.
No, I've got. Well, I told you guys on what I got going on this week, and we're in all week until 5 o'clock every
Wow.
freaking day.
Wow.
Well,
But-
the lady Laird is the one who set up the order for that, not me. He has the artwork. He set up the order for the shirt.
Yeah, I set up the shirt. He did the artwork, and I set up the
Yeah,
the stuff for it.
that's awesome. You guys had that all going, and I was like, okay, I was going to offer, but you already had it handled. So
Well, I
let
am
me
gonna,
grab the red shirt.
Well,
really
what I
quick.
do like, and I know we've talked about this, what I do like about Zazel, which is who we go through, is that, you know, like if like we've got the black ones, but if you want a Masticators Anonymous shirt in blue, you can put the artwork on a blue shirt. I mean, that's what I like about it is, yes, it's our logos and all that, but they can pick the color they want. So
Well,
that
and
they're
the
like, "Oh, I don't really
material
like
or the style of the shirt, even there's a couple different styles.
Oh yeah, depending on what you want to spend on it, absolutely.
Did I
yeah,
get
you can put
something
it on
on me?
keychains, tennis shoes, skateboards, tote
Mhm.
bags, just about anything. I know I haven't done it yet, but I am gonna break down the logo into its 4 primary colors and set up the screens so that I can actually print them here for giveaways.
Woohoo!
From KLAI. That's a good looking. That looks good on that
I
shirt.
like that. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, I like it too. I thought I had ordered the Masticator shirt in navy, but it's black. So
Well, you know.
I got to go look at the thing, but I think maybe I had changed my mind last minute or I accidentally deleted the wrong one. I wanted 3 different colored shirts.
Right.
And I ended up with 2 black and a red, but I like your logo on the red.
Yeah, it
Laird.
Oh yeah.
It looks really good. So
It does. It does.
And hey, because you can pick whatever color you want, you're more likely to wear it.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I was telling
Yeah.
Justin. I was like, I have 3 new shirts. That's all I run around in now is just t-shirts and like either sweats if it's cooler outside or shorts, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's like every day's
Absolutely.
almost pajama day.
Yeah, since I took over my new studio here, which used to be the closet. since I took that over, I'm looking at half the shit I
And
pulled
I
out of
pulled
here, and
out
I'm
my
like,
gun.
I haven't even wore that in like 3 years. There's shit in there. I'm sitting there going, medium. When the fuck did I fit in a medium?
Mom, Mom, Kayla, Mom, Laird won't come out of the closet. You've seen that
But I
episode.
did see. But you did see, I did get some other stuff done in here this weekend. I got some more proofing up and all that, and see, I got me a hidden door.
I saw that. It's got the hidden door going on now.
Who trippy?
Now you just got to hide it from the outside.
Yeah, trying to. You know, I did put this employees only sign up on the door here.
Yeah,
You
that
know?
was effective.
But it doesn't work.
You need to put one of those locks on it on the inside, the little one with the chain, but up high enough because kiddos will try to lock you out.
I say put the biometric scanner on the other side so it takes a thumbprint to get in.
Oh, that reminds me. I have thought if I could get it, to where I could get it to work. Okay, so another thing you can get on Zazzle is you can get ID badges, and you can put barcodes and shit like that on the back of it.
I have those little magnetic things. I can make you those.
Ooh, I might have an
because that's what you use to make the oh my gosh, what are they called? The amiibos for Nintendo.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I have a program where I can make all the amiibos. So the kids have all they want for Super Smash and all that other fun, and me for my Animal Crossing.
Oh, there you go.
Animal Crossing.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that game, it might sound silly, but that is what kept me sane during the beginning parts of lockdown.
I hear you.
And my island is fucking fantastic. It is when the Tiger King came out. So I have a Tiger King themed area. I have a tiger zoo.
A tiger zoo.
And the name that my island flag says they snackin', and it's tiger print. My characters are Carol Baskin and Joe Triple Exotic.
See, I think
I have had fun with my game.
I have always been considered an essential employee.
I was too,
which
for a bit.
Sucks because even though I was essential, we would go in and we would sit there and sit there and sit there.
That's
and for the first couple of weeks, you know, that's cool as hell. Like, all right, they're paying me for sitting here doing absolutely fucking nothing. But then you get bored as shit.
And that's what happened to me too. Yep. And then they wanted to move me to the COVID unit.
Yeah, oh man. But and what I did is you guys remember that Simpsons game? The one where you basically build Springfield and all that?
Oh, yeah.
I had that thing. I had all of Springfield. And I was getting so meticulous. I was going back and watching episodes going, okay, no, this is over here. And this is over here.
And that's what I'm saying. That's
everything.
That's what I'm saying about Animal Crossing is you lay your own paths and you design yards and stuff for your villagers. And I mean, it's this whole, you design it. So for me, it kept my mind busy, which kept me off of whatever was going on in the world around me. So
see, I had puppets.
Yeah.
So it was easy because even though we were locked down, I could still take a puppet and go out on a street corner and entertain, or sit in the parking lot and entertain somewhere. And then everybody would be like, pulling up and staying 6 feet away. We had parents that were pulling up their kids. They had balloons in the car. They could not actually have a birthday party. So that was like their birthday party. And then they'd find me and good grief, they'd end up, throwing money out the window. He's like, here's $100, thank you. I don't need
That's
$100.
awesome.
Oh, yeah, because it was entertainment for their kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, for a
Right.
while there, we couldn't leave. Like, I had to carry this piece of paper on me if I was driving, right?
Mhm.
To prove I was headed to work.
Yep.
We had that
Like,
too.
you couldn't leave, basically. So for me, it was work, home, work, home. Like,
Yep.
and only one of us could go to the grocery store.
Mhm.
So for a while, it was me because Justin's always worked remotely, right?
Right.
But then I started working remotely. The office shut down. Well, not shut
Mhm.
down, but started working
Yeah.
from home. And then there was talks of the COVID unit, and then his ex-wife, and then I started my business. So then I'm home, and it was literally all day, every day, same 4 fucking walls.
Uh-huh.
So I built my own little fantasy world on Animal
Right.
Crossing.
And so
Oh.
we had that whole paper to go somewhere thing.
My
Yep.
island's name is Skeet Skeet.
Skeet Skeet. Motherfucker. But you ain't got no windows.
Justin
there ain't no
made
windows
an
to-
island because he was having fun watching me make ridiculous things, and he named his butt stuff.
Which is
So-
also a hint, wink, wink.
When you're flying over on the game, when you're flying over, it says like, we are now preparing for landing in butt stuff. Like, and I'm just like, you are so inappropriate. Yeah, he designed a little island on his island that's a penis. Like,
It's called penile.
we are adults.
I like the sound of that. Mine would have to be a teeny weeny penis, but
It's a teeny weeny island.
It sounds so silly, but that game has a special place in my heart just because it kept me sane. And I was just having so much fun with what I was doing. Like, I have it's called Carol's Eau de Fiche. And it's
Fishy.
fish perfume, right? And there's a sign that says hubby's over here, and it's like you're in a museum walking through, and it goes right into the tiger cage. I had way too much fun with it.
out here where I live, speaking of penises and that sort of thing, they decided it was a brilliant idea to take these 3D sculptures and put them in the median, one facing one way, one facing the other. And it's just heads. That's all it is. Heads. They don't even have faces on them, but they're
Like
kind of like these
style
slats of metal. It's kind of like slats of metal that build out to form a 3D head. And depending on which way you look at it as to which way it looks back. But I was
Okay.
always like, what are you trying to do? Tell the whole damn city this is where you come to get a little head? What the shit?
Wait,
then
when
when
I
you're
get my portable laser cutter, we could go and put it on there, and we can engrave faces on it.
Right? We need to do that. So at least they're looking at you, I
Right.
mean, and at least look at the eyeballs and go, hey, that head's looking at me.
Right.
Oh shit.
All
This
right.
is-
We got to hear
this-
from the sponsors. We'll be
There you
right
go.
back after this.
Where's my freaking nut?
You have been triggered. Please bend over and assume the position.
Give me back my nut, you idiot.
The caller number 3, 1-855-624-0072.
What?
Do you want to know about your future? A new job, money, or even love? Then you need to contact the Oracle. You can contact the Oracle on social media by typing in her name. Oracle downspace Darla. That's ORACLE downspace DARLA. Readings start at just $25. You can also contact the Oracle at oracledarla@gmail.com. So what are you waiting for? What do you have to lose? Find out the things you want to know by simply contacting the Oracle. Years, our country has been seeking a reliable resource for our veterans. At continuethemission.net, we are that resource, consisting of over 640 thoroughly vetted resources in several different categories. Continue the Mission has the information you need. At Continue the Mission, we are taking our mission one step further and producing a handbook for everyone titled Continue the Mission, We the People Handbook, being released Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021. Author and founder Greg C. Cummings gives insight into topics such as the United States Constitution and government, forming and maintaining constitutional groups and parties, reparations, and homesteading. The list goes on and on. You can purchase your copy of Continue the Mission, We the People's Handbook on the website at continuethemission.net, as well as other reputable retailers such as Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Once again, this book will be available for purchase Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021. Oh, yeah.
So are we expecting callers? Because I was like, oh, I almost grabbed
you never know.
I almost grabbed my phone.
You never know who's going to call.
Yeah. Like sometimes, I'll play it and people think, well, he's not actually doing anything right now. And it's like, I played the sound. If you didn't call, that's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
I had that happen more than once. But I didn't know you were doing it for real. Of course I was doing it for real. I would not have played the song otherwise.
Right. No, I just like to randomly push buttons and
Yeah, I mean.
Enough of random
buttons. So, we don't have a caller for a Masticators Anonymous t-shirt. Oh, well, we'll try again later.
Oh, I bet Julie's over there like, damn it.
I was about to say, she's like, son of a biscuit eater.
Caller number 3, watch, she's in there now. She's like, I'm going to be that caller 3. I'm going to be 1, 2, and 3.
She would be. She's got access to 3 different phones, so she would call the number on 3 different phones.
I like that. Yes, like, I would. Shit.
Be like, hello, hello, hello.
Well, some days, I'll play that sound and before it even finishes, the calls are flying in.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And then other days, you're just like, wait, what? I really wasn't listening to that. Now you got to wait again.
Uh-huh. Thing is, honey, why are you you can just order it.
You're like, I don't want to order it, I want to win it.
Everybody likes free shit.
No, because then I got to pay for it.
Oh, that's true.
Exactly. I typed that backwards. Good thing I caught it. Otherwise, good joke on you guys. So there it is. The number's on the screen now at the top.
There you go.
Masticators Ano tonight.
Yeah.
Masticators Ano.
Anal.
I was being lazy. I didn't type in the whole damn word.
we were 2 letters away from being Masticators Anal.
Masticators Anal. Chewing ass. Chewing ass.
Be like, Barbara Jane, get in here. There's a bunch of people in here eating ass.
Amazing you say eating ass. Before I this morning, before I left out on my long ride out to Boulder City, I was watching the new Chips movie. Well, I say, the Chips movie, right? It's been out a while.
New Chips movie.
Yeah, it's been out a while, And I decided I ain't watching it in a while. I was watching it and I completely forgot about the section where Poncherello is talking about, oh yeah, people eat ass. I was all up in eating that. I'm like, what the? I forgot all about that. I'm like, damn it. Why would anybody want to eat anybody's ass? I've never figured that one out.
I'm usually pretty adventurous with food, but I can tell you that's a place my mouth ain't going.
Right?
No. Not even if there was a fire.
What? Yeah, no. Even if they
Sorry,
bleach
fire.
that thing, hell no.
Even if they bleach it.
Hell
Not
no.
even if they bleach it.
Why does it taste like Clorox over here?
I don't even think there's a dollar amount that would make me go, okay, sure.
No. There's no dollar amount that would even make me want to touch my tongue
Have you-
to it.
Have you seen Rodney Carrington's live at the Majestic? Right?
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
He's like,
That
you
is
try
one of my
ice cream, but you don't try dick. Like, I shouldn't have tried that dick. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about my mouth on an asshole. Like, you
I
don't
love that
try
little
butthole.
Yeah, where that's the one where he's talking about his gay friend or whatever.
Oh my god.
Try it. Try what? Being gay.
No, I don't think that's
don't
something
think so.
you try. Or I
think that's
love.
something
I
you
think
try.
we rewound it and watched it like over and over and over again. His story about Christmas, right? Where he's boxing with his sons, and the eldest hits him a little too hard, and he gets up and punches him in the face, and then kicks him, and he's like, "You don't ever hit daddy like that, bitch." I laughed so hard because like I can only imagine that like gut reaction, right? If somebody hits you too hard and you don't see it coming. And and in his story he straight punches and then like 300 kicks his son. Like he's like, and my wife got all mad and she took those gloves and just ruined Christmas.
Like I said, he is one of my. I remember when I was in high school, the album. Well, I guess you could call it an album. Came out, Morning Wood, and I used to be able to recite that thing in his voice to the point where nobody could tell the difference from beginning to end, word for word, timing, and everything. He is one of my comedy idols. I love that guy.
And he's a good singer too.
Mhm.
Like I wonder if just country music didn't go anywhere for him or something. But what he does with the comedic value
Oh, yeah.
behind his music, like show them to me. I was in a bar, hammered on tequila one time, and I thought Rodney Carrington was singing to me. He spoke. He
Oh,
spoke
Jesus.
to me,
He spoke to my tequila.
and my girlfriend and I ran through that bar showing them because Rodney Carrington said so.
Yeah, I loved everything about him, love everything about him.
Hey DJ,
When he did the comedy specials, because he went a long time between, because he went through a divorce and stuff like that, and he went through some shit, and he was off stage for probably 3-4 years, maybe more.
Mhm.
And he comes back, and his first thing back, coming back into showbiz, was a Netflix special. Well, for those of you who've never seen Rodney's a short little fucker. He's only about 5'4".
he's
Yeah.
tiny and he
Oh,
pits
he is-
out big
he
time.
is small. Well, he comes running out on that stage, and he is as fat as all can be. I mean, you can tell that whatever happened, he ate everything of his feelings.
He ate all of his feelings,
Everything.
and then some other people's feelings.
He ate enough feelings for the whole family.
Wow. All right,
He
caller,
comes
you're
back-
on the air live with Masticators Anonymous. Who we talking to?
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hang on. All right, caller, you're live. Who we talking to?
Drew.
Hey,
Drew Johnson.
Drew
How
Johnson.
you doing?
Good. How are you doing
How you
tonight,
guys
Drew?
doing?
We're doing
I'm
great.
doing good.
We're
I'm doing
good.
good. Doing good. Yeah, I'm doing good, you guys.
Well, that's good to know, Drew.
Yeah. And what about a t-shirt? I get a t-shirt or no?
Was he number 3?
Well, technically,
Yeah.
he's number 1. He's the first caller,
Oh.
but since the time span went by so fast, I'm going to leave it up to the judges here. Judges, what do you
Okay.
say? Does he get a T-shirt or does he not?
I think I can make that happen.
Think we can make that
Okay.
happen?
I think I can make that happen.
Okay.
I'll give him the golden buzzer.
I wear a t-shirt. A 2X.
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 All right.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
you just
so-
need to send Lab a private message with an address, or any of us, I guess, and one of us
Yeah.
will order that for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Send it to any one of the three of us.
I live in Utah.
Okay.
I mean, like, send my address to you guys. My address.
You
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
send it through a
wherever you want
private
it to go.
message.
Yeah,
Yes.
private message. One of the three of us will get you a T-shirt sent out.
There you go.
Okay, thanks, Rob. Thanks, man.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Thanks.
No problem.
Bye, bye, bye,
Bye.
bye, bye, guys. Bye, bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, we should have told him that now he has to wear it always.
You're not allowed to remove it.
I'm pretty sure Drew will. Drew's a huge fan, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
He
he'll
is.
wear it always.
He
Yep.
doesn't have to wear it always, but
He tunes in.
he can wear it
tunes
with
in
us
for
on
every
Wednesdays.
DJ. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, Drew's a great fan. He tunes in every time we do Dual DJ, every time we do Masticators. He's always there. He is a huge, huge fan of the three of us. And to be honest, we're glad that you won the shirt there, Drew. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Drew. Absolutely. It couldn't have gone to a better person. I have to agree. Great job, Drew. I know
Yes.
Drew he'll wear it in public. He'll be out in the grocery store or wherever. Hi, I'm Drew. Masticate. Hi. Drew.
I like to masticate.
I like to masticate.
Yeah. He'll be great for advertising. Absolutely.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love you, Drew.
That's awesome.
That is. Around here, I don't know what people would say around here in Vegas, You're like, oh, I did that last night with the $3 hooker on the strip.
Yeah, that's what they would say here
Yeah,
too. Masticate. I'm doing that right now. Like, I don't know.
I do that intentionally sometimes, DJ. I instead of popping the call into the soundboard here where everybody can hear it, I'll screw around with people sometimes and just.
Oh, DJ, you couldn't hear the caller?
Not to begin with, no.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't until I actually switched the call into the soundboard itself.
Mm-hmm.
And even I can't hear the caller at that point. So, but the caller can hear me. They can hear me and they're probably talking on their end and they're like, wait, what? Did I mess it up? How did I do this? So, I have to mess with people. Oh, Carter's back and was working. Don't work too hard.
She's
not
working
loud.
on designs. It sounds like she's doing beer cozies right now.
Beer cozies. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I was showing her last night the ones that I made for Justin for his 40th. The Making America Great since 1981.
There you go. Oh, she's making 4th of July ones.
Sweet.
There you go. Either way, I saw you pop up beer koozies in the chat earlier, and now I want beer butt chicken. Just saying.
Beer
What is
butt
that?
chicken?
Like,
I'm
butt
getting
seems
ready
to be a very popular topic tonight.
It is. So beer butt chicken. This is redneckery, and it had to be a
Would
damn
that be
redneck.
considered eating ass?
No, not quite. Getting drunk.
He had to think about that for a second. Did you see how he looked?
I know he
He's
paused.
like, wait a minute.
I had
Would
to
that be?
think about that for a total second. But now, see, Carter calls it beer can chicken. Now, that down south, and this had to be a redneck recipe. It had to be a redneck to come up with it. Here's what you do. You take a whole chicken, right? You throw him on a plate, and then you open up your can of beer, and you drink a little bit of it, about 3/4 of it. I think most people only drink 1/4 of it. You poke a bunch of holes in the top with a screwdriver. I'll say it again. A screwdriver, right? And then you take that beer and that can and you stick it up the chicken's ass, and then you stand him up on the barbecue grill. And you cook.
Was I frozen with a huge smile on my face, DJ? I'm always like
always
hyper aware. Am I gonna freeze and be like, "Ugh," like,
you put it in the smoker on the barbecue, and it's called beer butt chicken.
why isn't it chicken butt
Chicken butt beer?
beer?
I think that's a little harder to say. Most rednecks ain't got enough teeth to say that one. Chicken butt beer.
Chicken butt beer chicken.
That's almost a tongue twister.
We're gonna stick a can up the booty hole.
CBBC.
Yeah, so you stick the can of beer up the chicken's ass, and then as it cooks, all that beer flavor goes up through the chicken. And so in the end of it, you got a beer flavored chicken.
But why is it a butt? Like, why is the butt involved?
Because that's the only.
Do you shove the beer up the chicken's butt?
Because
the whole
that's
beer
the
can.
only orifice
You
that gets big
keister
enough
it.
to fill a
You
can in.
keister the beer.
Yep.
Yes.
But do you drink the beer afterwards?
Well, sure. Most of them do if there's anything left. But if you cook it right, there shouldn't be any beer left.
Oh my God. I can't. I said I don't do butt stuff.
So like literally, this
You guys
is
can have
a
the butt.
thing, and it's got to be a damn redneck that invented this.
Honest sister.
Probably.
Or cousin, you gotta. Hey,
And they
big
decided maybe it was better on the chickens.
I'm assuming it was better on the chicken.
I would hope to God. But hey, in Washington State, sorry, Chanel, it is legal to sleep with animals, apparently, or it was about 10 years ago when we looked up the law, except for chickens and small goats because they're too small to defend
You
themselves.
chicken fucker.
Well, that don't even go with the masticators.
We looked it up.
So there it is. There is a picture of beer butt chicken, and you literally stick
Dear
the beer
God,
up the chicken's ass
that chicken is talented.
and stand him up on the grill, and you let it cook until the beer is flavored all the way through the wings.
A guy died from internal bleeding for sleeping with a horse.
That I'm just looking at that chicken, thinking, you know what? That chicken make a shitload of money in Mexico.
But wait, but it's your dog. I can't know. I shouldn't be quoting movies right now. But it's not cheating because it's your dog.
Oh, Jeebus.
I gotta
so,
stop.
If you drink the beer, if there's any beer left over, it's going to be full of chicken grease. So now you got chicken beer and beer butt chicken. They go hand in hand.
Beer butt
I
chicken.
can't believe I'm Googling this right now. If I ever die.
Clear your search history.
Yes. Oh, hold up.
Oh, MG's in the house. Welcome, MG.
Bestiality was legal in Washington State until 2006.
Well,
so I wonder if they honored all them.
And I'm pretty sure we looked it up like my junior year, so 2003 or 4. So
basically what happened, it was legal to 2006. So that means the untold story we have not heard as of yet, that has never made the news and is in a big cover up, is where the rednecks went up there and started chasing after Bigfoot, and Bigfoot called 1-800.
That's why Bigfoot exists. It was the rednecks with like a bear or some shit, you know?
Well, it sounded to me like, we're trying to get him up the butt, and he protested, and they decided, no, we better not do that. Old Bigfoot gonna get raped.
First of all, you know damn well that's the reason they're trying to be like some redneck said. I bet we can fuck it. Let's find it.
You know that is absolutely correct.
but real true question. Can I put my dick in it?
Because we were talking about Family Guy and all that earlier, and that opened up a whole wave of shit that I remember saying here recently. So, I seen a picture in one of my veteran groups that I follow on Facebook, right? And of course, we're a bunch of veterans, dark humor and fucked up humor, right?
Right.
And they were announcing, they put out there this fake announcement says, "Oh yeah, Space Force discovered alien life and said that alien life is not compatible to have sex with human life." And then it shows the different branches, and Air Force is like, "Oh yeah, that sounds about right." Army's like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And the Marine Corps is like, "Bullshit, I bet we can still fuck it."
That's a jarhead for you right there.
Right?
There's got to be an orifice somewhere that we can plop a pecker in.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Challenge accepted. That's like watching. That would be like you stick an alien in a field. Okay, we're not compatible. Period. The Army guy would look it over and go, "Nope, The Navy guy'd go, ew, now, okay.
Doesn't have a
Air
deck.
Force guy would, run around it in circles 3 or 4 times and then run away. But the Marine,
He would have gone back to his nice plush bedroom.
exactly,
His 5-star hotel.
Right,
his
hey.
5-star hangar, run around.
When
in the
I
circles
stayed
and,
on base, we stayed on the Air Force side. Real nice.
yeah, they have flush accommodations, right?
Yeah.
The Marine would just be like, he would be exactly like Kevin Costner in the movie Tin Cup. He would drop 12 trying to get a hole in one.
Thank you for bringing Richard up, Megan. He is here. He is hanging out. He is happy that you mentioned him. He misses you. He has a little fuzz on him. I had to clean it off.
Well, but
Meg,
that's a jarhead for you. If there's a way to fuck it, we'll fuck it.
I miss him too.
Meg put in there, unless the alien is a real life walking Richard, no, because there's some jarhead out there to be like, well, how big's the pee hole? We'll just stick it in the pee hole.
Laird got that one right.
We'll just make a hole.
We'll make a hole.
All right. You got your knife on you? We're just gonna make one.
It's got a hole now.
Oh shit!
I can't even with you guys. I can't even.
I think about cone heads.
Oh my God! This gum tastes like rubber.
Think about it. You see him at the golf tournament, or at the golf club, and he walks into the shower and he's got no ass crack and apparently no holes and just some snartlies back there. The Marine would be like, "Give me that there rifle." Yep, now it's got a hole in it. Let's fuck it.
So when I was in Seattle last, we went up there. Well, not the last time. I guess the time before that, we went up there and we were bar hopping, and I was in this little like shithole bar, but God, they had great deals on their drinks. And I look up at the stall. I've got a picture of it somewhere on my phone, and it says, "This gum tastes like rubber." And I was like, "Yes." Like mid pee, because I love that line. I love that line.
My favorite is when he blows it up on the golf course and they're all looking at him like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What the hell?
I know.
Oh shit.
Or Sinbad. Hey, you got any more of that gum? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll pass.
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I watch it every so often just to get a good laugh, because let's face it, it is a great laugh of a movie.
Oh my God, right?
Yeah. Well, that's back when the folks coming off of SNL were actually funny.
Oh yeah.
Some of them still are.
Very, very few. It's not like it used to be. That's for damn sure.
Well, I miss Jimmy Fallon being on there.
Yeah, Jimmy was good when he was on there.
But every time Justin Timberlake came on, I had to watch, because Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon together, comedic gold. Like, I love it. The two of them, their chemistry or whatever, just as friends, it's awesome.
You just wanted to see the dick in the box thing. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't Jimmy Fallon.
No, but that was Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, true.
And then the other guy, Andy Samberg.
Samberg.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. That was Lonely Island.
Yeah, I'll tell you another one I watched 2 nights ago. I have not seen in years. With again SNL players, and that was Spies Like Us. Kevin
I love that movie.
I watched that recently, I think too.
I love that movie.
I like all the ladies together in Bridesmaids.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Liquid lava running through me.
Yep, she's doing it. Yep, she's shitting in the street.
Oh, she's shitting in the street.
Lava ass.
She's shitting in the street.
Or when she's messing with the dude, which is her real life husband on the airplane. For real though.
Yeah.
It's like, just you gotta tell me. Just tell me. And the whole time she called it.
Yeah.
What did we watch recently with her? Everything she's in, he cameos, I swear. Because he's a producer, right?
Yeah, he is.
The new movie where she's a superhero.
Oh God, yeah.
It's
you're not
on
talking about Wonder Woman.
Netflix.
Yeah, you're not talking about Wonder Woman. You're talking about the other one that just came out.
Something for Thunder Force or
Thunder
something.
Force.
Have you watched that yet?
No, I haven't watched it, but I've seen the things for it.
Okay, you
Yeah,
guys
I've
have
seen the
you
things for it.
guys have to watch it because there's so many big names in it. But what's his name from Ozark? The actor. Why am
I
I
haven't
forgetting?
watched Ozark, so I'm not for sure.
He's been in
Yeah,
another movie with her.
You talking about the? It's not the same dude from The Hangover, is it?
No, hang on. Let me see. I normally know his name, and it's driving me crazy right now. I'm having. It's not been my best day.
Yeah. I like what DJ wrote while you
Bateman.
looked that up.
Bateman.
Oh, Bateman. Okay.
He's
Jason
in it,
Bateman.
and he's this crab character. And at one point, he puts his little crab arms up, and he slides off to the side. Like
I like crabs.
I
don't know why,
lost
but I do.
my fucking shit. Like you gotta watch that movie.
The crabs are fun. But I like what DJ put here. The best pumper sticker I have ever seen, guys, is support your local football team. Become a hooker.
Oh well, like is that where the Highway 30 hooker got it?
I wonder. I was.
Hey,
If
you know
she's
what?
still alive and kicking, I'm gonna ask her.
You know, I
got a
would
dick
tell
behind
me-
me.
I guess. Well, yeah. I guess that would make her what? An emotional support? Emotional support hooker.
Emotional support counselor. Remember, we have to be politically correct nowadays. What do you do for a living? I'm an emotional support counselor. What does that mean? Give me $2.50 and I'll tell you.
That's $2.50.
Yeah, $2.
Oh, Megan, have you seen that movie? How he reacts to the fucking special, the seafood. Because he's a crab. I don't know. You gotta watch it. It's funny.
Lady, when Laird gets off, you can have one.
You guys have one coming to you soon, so
Yes, I can hardly wait for mine.
they
Oh, you're gonna
just
send
got
my lap.
delivered today. I have to send them out with the other stuff. So
And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to pull an abominable bull. I think I got the bulls right. Abominable bull. When my little Richard gets here.
it's
Y'all
like
remember that? Come on now. Rianne might not be old enough to remember that. Laird, I think you are. The abominable bull snowman.
Well,
he
no,
runs
that
up-
is from
Oh.
something. What is that from?
He runs up and he grabs Daffy Duck and he goes, and I will hug it and squeeze it and I will call him pet it and I will call him George.
Oh, what the
Is
hell's
that-
that?
When my little Richard gets here, I'm going to hug it and squeeze it and pet him and call him George while he's sitting in my lap.
What is that from?
Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show.
No, I used to
Looney
watch Bugs Bunny all the time, so that's why it sounds familiar.
Okay,
Tunes.
yeah, that's
from
why
the-
it's
it was
familiar.
Looney Tunes. It was
I
Looney
also went to
Tunes, or Merry Melodies, whatever they were calling it at that time.
I also went to
Looney Tunes.
Finding Nemo when they try to say anemone.
Yeah,
Anemone. Yeah. Oh, guys, you made me ink.
I tell you, man. I played a character in a independent film one time where I had to be drunk, and my character came from the blonde on
That's
the
a
TV
big butt.
show Wings. Y'all remember that TV show?
Yes.
I do remember Wings. Didn't Heather Locklear make her debut on that?
I'm not.
There was
for
some
sure.
big name actress that made her debut on that show.
Well, I know the little blonde that was always on the show wasn't Heather Locklear. I can't remember her name. But in one of the episodes, she got martini drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And so she could not say the word elephant correctly. So she
Effluent?
called it an elephant.
Oh.
Elephant.
Elephant. And I have said elephant ever since. But I picked up, and my line happened to involve a pink elephant. So I was like, hey, you've seen the pink elephants.
Man, I do remember that show because it was one that my dad watched quite a bit. I do remember, not that this is anything to brag about for obvious reasons. I do remember that was the show that Kathy Griffin got her start on.
Right.
Because I do remember seeing her on there.
Yes.
And that was the only reason I even knew, because I think she played a psycho girlfriend or some sort of. She was actually funny on that show. I do remember that. Of course, then again, somebody else was writing her lines at the time too. But,
right.
I
yeah,
feel like you
man,
really, really like her.
God no! Oh my God! But
I'm getting this like I am her biggest fangirl like vibe from you.
yes, you caught me. You caught me. Yeah. I
That
prefer-
closet, that
Like
closet that is now your
Maximilian.
recording studio used to be your
I prefer-
shrine.
I prefer the D list over the A list. Okay.
Right.
You
didn't
would
even
want
know I
the D list.
DJ said I sounded like Maximilian for a minute there. I was like, I didn't know I could sound like Maximilian. That's interesting.
Speaking of
I gotta
saying
know.
words funny, my stepdad, he's older. My mom married a man 22 years older than her, but you would never know it. He doesn't look his age at all, right?
Mhm.
He
Because he's the Highlander.
he got a little drunk one night, and he was like, "Hey guys, I've always had a thing for like Asian chicks and white chicks. Never really been a fan of black chicks." And we were like, "Okay, whatever. Everybody's got their type." He's like, "But I'll tell you, that Ibonse, the things I would do to that Ibonse." And I was like, "Who?" Like, and he was just so straight. Hey, the things I would do to that Ibonse. So now I never call her Beyonce. I call her Ibonse.
Oh Jesus!
It's like the best. I love when people mess up a word, but it like becomes fun, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Nah, you're never gonna forget that.
I'm never going to forget it. Guaranteed. The next time I
No,
play
I'm
those first
that's
ones,
going
I'm
to pop
gonna
in
be
my
like,
head from now on.
coming at you next from Ibonse.
Right? I hope you do that live one day.
I will. Trust me, I will never forget that. Not as long as I live. I was like, when I was growing up, out of all the bands in the 80s, okay, all the bands in the 80s. So you had, the Bangles, and you had Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, Panorama, out of all the female bands out there, right? Groups. There was only one that would make me go, "Ugh," and that was Left Eye from
Ooh.
TLC.
Oh yeah.
That girl would set me on fire.
That wasn't the only thing she set on fire. Let me tell you.
Right? I mean, it was a sad day when she died. I mean, oh man, that was just like heartbreaking for me. I was like, damn it, what the fuck? Y'all took out the cute one. Why
So
didn't you
you're
take out the other two?
saying there's
Fuck
not
the
a
other two.
chance,
I feel like I should explain that fire remark for the younger folks in the crowd.
right?
For those of you who don't know what that reference was to, she actually literally, I forget who was it Andre Rison she was dating at the time? It was somebody in the NFL. I think it was Andre Rison back when he played for the Raiders, I think.
Let's see.
But
I'll let you tell your story.
Literally lit his house on fire because he pissed her off.
Yep.
So for those of you who are too young to remember, that's where that comment came from.
Lisa Left Eye Lopez of TLC burns down Andre Rison's house.
Yep, Andre.
That's what I thought. And I'm pretty damn positive that's when he played for the Raiders back in the day.
And it was a mansion, so it wasn't just like any house.
Right.
Well,
Oh no, not all that crystal.
Yeah. All that crystal. Now, see, MG says it was Shakira for her brothers. See, no, Shakira didn't do anything for me.
Hey, what she can do with those hips?
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people don't
I have a
realize
boner.
But she is.
Yeah, he's right behind you.
40. Yeah. I think she's 46 or 47, I think is how old she is. But her now husband is almost, I think he's 17 or 18 years younger than she is.
Because those hips don't lie.
I mean, Of course, the thing is, though, if you look at her now and you look at her back when she was 27, she don't look any damn different either. So, I mean, that
Well, I had a guy. I will not name names in this particular case because I know I'm not supposed to. So we're just going to call this guy Fred. Okay.
Oh, I knew who you're talking about. No, just kidding.
Fred dated J-Lo before she was J-Lo. Okay. Before she was anybody.
When she was from the block.
Yeah.
back when she was a fly girl.
Back when before she was a fly girl, probably.
Okay. So
Younger generation fly girls
the
were
one
on a
big
TV
joke-
show.
Right. Exactly. That type, So the one big joke that we had on set with him was, everybody wanted to know, is that ass real? And when we asked the question, we bugged him for days. And finally, he answered the question. He's like, I'm going to tell y'all what. You've heard the expression, more cushion for the pushing? We said, yeah. He said, let me tell you something. It would take about 3 engines to get my locomotive to the damn tunnel because there was too much cushion. So no matter how hard you tried, you could not
So
do
her booty's real.
doggy
She
style.
didn't have to pay for it like a lot of other artists.
Right.
Yeah, or other people that we know.
So apparently there's so much back there, you can't do her doggy style and never reach the hole. You'd be bent over backwards, some other weird way going, I'm almost there. Ah!
It's one of those where we used to,
Leg cramp.
You gotta have
Get a
12 inches
Charlie
of beef
horse.
just to reach the tunnel.
Yeah. At least 12 inches just to hit the tunnel.
That's
That's the
terrible.
front of it,
I guess- So when guys were telling her just the tip, it wasn't because they were just going to put the tip in. It's because that's all they could get there.
That's all they could get there.
That's all it would allow. You guys
The
are
tunnel
so
is
terrible.
blocked. You'd have to put her on her side and, hey, the tunnel's blocked. Let's raise the drawbridge. Oh, there it is. Hell, now I finally
Hey.
found
If she were to get into the position that you do for the bleaching your other area, because I don't want to say the word, you said it.
I sure did.
Then
It's been said
maybe
several
it
times
wouldn't
and has not been
be.
played.
Maybe it wouldn't
I'm
be
waiting. Trust me.
such a thing.
Yep. But, since it is brought up, are you tired of having a dirty brown booty hole? Do you wish your booty hole was pure white? Then you need to call us at 1-800-BLEACH MY BOOTY HOLE, and we will show you how to do this all naturally. For just $19.95 plus $3.95 shipping and handling, we will send you an instructional manual complete with illustrations on how to put your legs behind your head while on a lawn chair and point your booty hole towards the sun properly. We will teach you how to spread your cheeks so that the sun can naturally bleach all those cracks and crevices that you can't reach otherwise. Act now, and we will throw in a pair of sunglasses to protect your eyes, but not your booty hole. Call 1-800-BLEACH MY BOOTY HOLE naturally now.
J-Lo would not have problems in that position.
Well, she
No,
may actually, based off what we've heard. Well, based off what we've heard, I mean, even if she's in that position, I don't know if the sunlight would reach her booty hole.
I was about to say, if you were to bend over and touch her toes to try to even do that, darn full well, she'd be bent over and her perineum would be back there. That booty hole would be going, hey, release the shades. We need to get some sunlight here. Turn down the umbrellas. Shit, they can't see anything.
Looks like a one-eyed horse with blinders.
Jennifer Lopez?
Taco.
Taco. My taco flavored kisses.
Oh, yeah, lady, you're right. Her ass is too big, man. The damn booty hole would be shaded. Talk about the dark side of the moon.
Oh, Jesus. Is that your wife?
Somebody, yeah.
Is that your wife laughing in the background?
That was her laughing.
I just ruined another song for MG. She's still laughing.
I love it. I can hear her like she's sitting right next to you.
Hey, DJ's got a point, man. You've been over trying to sun her asshole, and friggin' you'd hear the asshole, I'm the real sun shady that I can't stand up. Hell, I can't even see the sun. It's shady in here.
Speaking of shady, where's shading?
She was in here earlier. but
I
she was in here
know.
earlier.
Apparently, her husband says that I'm like her. What? I have to
His
go back and
spirit
read
animal or something like
it.
that.
My spirit sister.
Spirit. There it is.
Oh,
nothing wrong
that's
with
so
that.
funny. No, I love it. I love it. It's a compliment.
You're like a white female version of me. I love it.
I know we talk about this all the time.
Perfect.
Uh,
So the absolutely embarrassing stories out here online. Somebody can remember back this far because I sure the fuck can't. I got half timers though. But the most embarrassing thing is when you're in your 4th grade pizza party and you finally get to sit next to your crush. That little girl you've just had a crush on forever. But then you fall out of your chair, and as you hit the ground, you fart ever so loudly from the fall, and the silence of the classroom becomes deafening, and it's just you, your fart, and your humiliation while your girl crush looks in disgust.
so that's a story off the internet.
Yeah, that it is.
So one time,
This
one time, like my junior year,
Fun time.
I get like if I get nervous or something, my tummy will start to grumble, right? And it always happens at the quietest moment. And so if the teacher would like mention a test or whatever, of course we'd be in the middle of this test and everybody's super fucking quiet because heaven forbid you breathe during a test. And my tummy would, like, and I'd always be like, and this one effing time, man, I felt it coming. I felt my nose start to burn. And I was like, no, please, God, no. And I tried to hold my breath. You know how when you try to hold your sneeze back, right? Yep. I am a, like, from the toes up sneezer. Okay?
It's a full body experience.
It is a full body experience. I snarted. In the middle of a fucking test. That wasn't one of those things you could away. Okay? Like, even my teacher was laughing. And I just looked up and I was like, yeah, that happened. Like, I am so shy about that stuff. Like, I wanted to crawl under a rock and die.
Now, the more important thing is, did your nipples get hard?
I don't know that I was paying attention to my nipples at the time. I just wanted to die. Like,
just a week ago.
Thank God it didn't smell, because that would have been... No, you don't understand just how embarrassing this is for me. The first time I ever farted in front of Justin, I started crying. Like, so that tells you anything. Like, so I sneeze fart during a test my junior year. That was fun.
I will fart anywhere. I don't care. But
I wish I didn't care.
I was schooled into it. Now, first of all, I got to say on the nipple getting hard, is that only me? When I sneeze, my nipples get hard as freaking missiles. Okay?
I guess I've never paid attention. Here, let me conjure up a sneeze real quick. Like, somebody tell Justin to bring me some pepper.
Just a week ago, I'm in Walmart. It's mostly self-checkout now, but they got the two little, and in here it's Vegas, so there's Filipino women everywhere. But you got the two little Filipino women, kind of directing everybody to whatever register is open. And I here it comes. I got to sneeze, and so I sneeze in the crook of my elbow. I'm wearing one of my white shirts, so my nipples go doing. And the little Filipino lady, she says, "This one open," and it's rude to point. And I'm like, my nipples are really poking through my damn shirt. It's rude to point.
It's true.
You. And I'm
Okay.
like, I don't know why that happens, but anyway. So in elementary school, I to this very day, I have this problem. I cannot sit Indian style. If I sit Indian style, I don't care if I have not eaten for a week. Does not matter. My body is going to produce gas out the ass. So there I'd be, and the teachers, we'd have our Reading Rainbow would come on the TV, pretty much every day of the week. And we always had that in the classroom. So they'd bring the TV and we sit down on the floor and they made everybody sit Indian style. Now, you would think these teachers with degrees would learn their lesson. And I'm trying to tell them I can't sit that way. Yes, you can. You will sit Indian style. Sit down. Fine.
Sit down.
This is the third grade, y'all.
I would be like, I would like to sit as close to you as possible.
It didn't take long. Did not take long. Maybe 30 seconds. Here we go. And I'd try to hold it back. And when you hold your fart back, you get that, you feel it building up in the gut, and then you feel that boom, 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 as it just kind of like mellows out.
Yeah,
right?
I know that feeling well because I do that all the time because I don't like to fart in front of people.
Mandy's in the house. Well, thank you for joining, Mandy. And so I feel that, right? And I would literally feel that 3-4 times, and then finally it's done back builded, and we're talking these ain't these silent damn things, No, we're talking about, in the classroom, and here goes every kid in the classroom laughing, and the teachers looking at me. They don't say anything; they just look at me, and I'm like, "Can I sit a different way?" "No, you sit Indian style." And I'm thinking, okay, you got a degree, but okay. Buddy, by the time it took them I think it was almost 3 weeks of doing this Monday through Friday with me popping off about every 45 seconds, bombing the classroom with them opening the door and the windows to let the smell out before the teachers figured out, oh, you better let me sit on my knees. Because if I sit Indian style, it is nuclear farts 100%.
That is so weird. I sit cross-legged or Indian style all the time, and it does not make me fart. So,
see, if I'm going to fart, it's just going to come. It doesn't matter if it's going to be wherever.
Oh my God, you're like my boyfriend's son. He'll just fart, and he'll be like, "Sorry guys, it just fell out." I'm like, I would like to know what's wrong with your butthole that just falls out. Farts don't just fall out.
Well, they can.
So
you can walk them out too.
It's funny that Rianne talks about how, she doesn't she cried when she farted in front of Justin the first time and all that.
I did. I totally did.
So Julie and I, when we first got together and we were living together shortly before we got married, right? And we're laying in bed one night, and it was the first time I had ever let a loud one, I should say, go in front of her, right? And we're laying there in bed, and I let one go, and she just looks up at me, and she goes, "Ew." And for some reason, she got hit with the dipshit stick for about a second, and she dives under the covers. She comes up about 10 seconds later, and she just got this look on her face like, and I said, "Yeah."
Oh my gosh, Mandy, my boyfriend's daughter does that too. Like for them farting, like they grade it on a level of 1 through 10. It is a point of pride in this house. Apparently, I'm the one. My boyfriend, if he ever talks to you about me and my pooping ceremonies, he calls them. He says I light all these candles and I play this music and release the doves. I'm that private about it, okay? It's not that dramatic, but they will all just sit around and rip ass all night, and she will find new and inventive ways to fart on her dad. I don't understand. These kids crack me up. But I literally, and he knew that I was shy about this. So that first night that I let one go, he turns around, he's like, "Way to go, babe. Oh my God, are you crying?" I totally was. And so
I
he's
love it.
like holding me and laughing, but trying to console me. Like,
that laughing while you're hugging type thing. I know. See, Julie got so comfortable with me after about the first 6 months or so living together. She used to have these pajama pants that had ducks on them, and she'd sit there, and sometimes she would let out a real loud one, and she'd be like, "What? I had to let the ducks out."
Okay. So before the comment goes away and I forget about it, Megan, ruining the song is on you because you stated it in chat.
that is
So
no
needless
joke.
to say, my mission between tonight and tomorrow is going to be to remix Prince's song. This is what it sounds like when doves cry, and
And make a
right along
fart.
the beat, I'm going to be. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be farting right along to the beat. I'm
Oh
telling you.
no.
But you can walk out a fart. I swear to God, you can walk out a fart. Okay.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah.
When I lived alone, I farted all the time. Well, who are my cats going to judge? Freeloading little assholes. They can go live outside.
Sure.
But
Well, when I was still married to my ex-wife, right? I did on the side on the weekends. I would go lump for the local moving companies because shit, I could make $100, $200 a load, offloading furniture and shit, right? Man, I'd go scab out that every damn weekend. So I get this one job. Now I have this thing. I do love broccoli and cheddar soup and hard boiled eggs. Love it, love it, love them. Had them for breakfast one morning before doing a move. And needless to say, I had no idea that this move was going to be at a 3-story condo community.
oh,
So here we go. I get
he's walking up
one
the
end of the
steps.
couch. I get on one end of the couch. The guy that was with me got on the other end, but he can't walk up backwards up the stairs. So here we go. We go up the first 3 or
The
4
crouch
stairs.
position too.
Okay? I swear to God, there's a reason why they call it the musical fruit. Because we went up the first 3 or 4 stairs just fine, and I finally hit that 5th stair, and it was whoop, and here come the 6th stair, whoop, and every stair thereafter for the next flight up, I was letting a little one rip every single time, and they all had different tones to them. So it was whoop, 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 whoop. And what's bad is if you've ever been around that hard-boiled eggs and broccoli and cheddar soup,
Oh
you
shit.
know that shit is noxious. That will make your eyes water. And this poor guy is now coming up the stairs and having to walk through that cloud of noxious gas all the way to the 3rd floor.
That's every fart that my
His
boyfriend
eyes
produces.
are watering. Right? His eyes are tearing up. They're watering like hell. We get to the top and he's like, dude, what the fuck did you eat? And I said, well, I had broccoli and cheddar soup and hard-boiled eggs this morning. I said, but you're the one that says that you can't walk backwards. He says, no, dude, I can walk backwards from now to fuck on. There ain't no way in hell I'm letting you go up first ever again.
Someone who wasn't standing downwind.
But needless to say, by the time I got home, that evening, I did have leftovers. I absolutely had to. And with my wife all snuggled under the blanket, wouldn't you know, it was the silent one that popped out. And I just started laughing. When you fart, you just can't help it because you know what's coming, especially if you're around somebody. She's sitting here, she's screaming because she's got to get up and go pee. But she doesn't want to peel back the blanket because the second she peels back that blanket, that smells released.
No, I'm telling I deal with this with Justin all the time. He'll fart and I'll get like the part that did release. Right? But if he just sits there, it's like it just hangs out. Right? And then he'll get up like 20 minutes later and it's like a whole nother round. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't. But I did one time. I woke myself up farting. And he was awake next to me and I just go, I farted. He goes, oh, I know. I was like, God damn. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't like the reason it's so weird. It was very, very judged. My grandmother was not a nice person, and so it's like almost like it's my childhood trauma thing, and I'm really trying to work through it because even to me, it's weird that I'm so weird about it. Like,
Mhm.
but being in a house full of fart machines, like including the dogs, like literally all of like my boyfriend, his kids, and the dogs, it could peel paint. Okay. Like it's that bad. I
Yeah.
think I'm slowly coming out of my shell.
So
Like,
I've got two memories, funny fart memories. Okay. One of which involves my oldest when he was still about a year and a half. Okay.
uh-oh.
So,
Was it a fart?
yes. So, he, I was still a police officer. We were living back in Indianapolis, and he was still about one and a half, and we had just put him in. It was winter time, and we had just put him in those. You know how all kids have those long sleeve footy pajama type things, right? We had just put him in those footy pajamas, and it was right before bedtime. But he's laying in the back with us, and we're watching TV, and he hasn't quite mastered talking yet, but he's got a sense of humor. And because it comes out in everything that he does, right? So he's sitting there, or he stands up and he's playing with the remote, doing what little kids do, and all that kind of stuff. And he's facing me because he's a huge daddy's boy, right? So he's facing me, da 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 da. He's standing up. He's got his ass right in front of Julie's face, right? And all of a sudden, he just lets one go right there in his mom's face. And I just kind of look up at him, and he throws his head back and starts to have this real high pitched cackling laugh because he knew exactly what he had just done. And my wife just kind of looks up. She's like, "What the hell?" And he's just sitting there just laughing and laughing.
And that's how you get indirect exposure to pink eye.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's literally. She's lucky she didn't end up with pink eye, honestly.
But and then my second, this was hilarious just because of the venue that it took place in, right? So I was at the police academy, okay? And police academy, it's very serious, not like the movies and all that shit, right? It's very serious, your instructors are serious and all that kind of stuff. So they had brought in, he was a retired police officer from one of the cities up in northern part of the state. And he had since retired, and he had gone into crash reconstruction for insurance companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he gives this big, long lecture on crashes and, this is how you measure this, and this is how you measure this is how you determine this, and all that kind of stuff. And it's real dry subject matter, right? And we're all sitting there in this huge auditorium. There's like 300 of us. And out of nowhere, he lets a loud one go. Like, we're talking baritone, And the funny part about it, without missing a beat, he looks right over his shoulder and he goes, "Shut up, asshole," and just goes on into the rest of his lecture.
Oh no!
Shut up, asshole! Just
it's obviously never happened, but it's like a total fear of mine that I'm gonna say screw it and just fart right around people, loved ones, whatever, and it's not gonna be a fart.
Yeah.
It's like a total fear of mine, and I say this because I was in choir from third grade all the way through my senior year, and it was probably my sophomore year. We were at we made regionals or something like that, and so here we are in our gowns, and one of the girls in my row must have thought it was just going to be one of those SBDs or something, and she straight shit her pants. While we were on stage, it was not solid at all.
Ooh.
Like running down her leg, and we're all on the thing. Like, the song was ruined.
Yeah,
And I just think of that moment all the time. Like, what if that's me? No. Bad.
You know, I was trained as a kid here again. I know the difference between the two, and I have absolutely no problem to this
Oh
very
no,
day.
Megan.
You know, but yeah, I was reading what Megan wrote. That's
Oh
just
my
hilarious.
god. That's
But
like playing roulette.
that's
Like
like
Russian roulette with a butthole.
Yep. Exactly, with a butthole. All right, Laird, I know you got commercials to play. You guys don't go away. We got to hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Oh, good Lord.
For years, our country has been seeking a reliable resource for our veterans. At continuethemission.net, we are that resource, consisting of over 640 thoroughly vetted resources in several different categories. Continue the Mission has the information you need. At Continue the Mission, we are taking our mission one step further and producing a handbook for everyone titled Continue the Mission, We the People Handbook, being released Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021. Author and founder Greg C. Cummings gives insights into topics such as the United States Constitution and government, forming and maintaining constitutional groups and parties, reparations, and homesteading. The list goes on and on. You can purchase your copy of Continue the Mission, We the People's Handbook on the website at continuethemission.net, as well as other reputable retailers such as Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Once again, this book will be available for purchase Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021.
And I got to play this one because I think we're all going to need a little bit of Jesus after this one. Are you ready to catch his fire? Catching His Fire Ministries, hosted by Brian Keith, will be held every Sunday. Pre-services start at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. The actual service starts at 7 Central Time. You can also find information on the website, catchinghisfireministry.com. That's catchinghisfireministries.com.
I love him.
The Jenny G Project. Jenny G has many projects she works on, but one of her favorites, Last Grave Standing, which is a headstone cleaning service that uses the same products used at Arlington National Cemetery. Every donation donated to the Jenny G Project goes right back into the project. If you would like to donate, email lastgravestanding@gmail.com. That's lastgravestanding@gmail.com. Oh, yes. Yeah, I love BK and everything that he does as well. I mean,
Yeah.
and both of those commercials we just made within the last, I think I made them last week, I think is what it was.
I told Jenny I would cover a month for her, so let me know when that's due.
Okay. I'll actually have to look at it because I just made it. I started airing it on Monday. I think Monday's when I debuted it.
Well, you saw that I had done that, right? Or did she go to you guys and tell you? I mean, I did it on one of her comments on one of her videos. So
I would have to double check my
well,
messages.
just so you know, I told
I
her
seem
that
to
I would.
remember her saying something about it.
I did tell her I would support her for a month, and I said I would with both of you guys. So, or whoever it is that she's paying for, you know.
Wait, who's paying what for who and where?
She didn't. Jenny got hers. Jenny got her commercial donated by Rhonda. She got it donated by Lisa. Lisa donated one because she did 2 Lambos one night, and one of them she donated to Jenny, and the other one she donated to BK.
Aww.
So, and Jenny's, I think I debuted hers on Monday, so it'd be 30 days from this past Monday that her 30 days would be up.
And we could talk about all the details behind that, but I did tell her that I would cover a month for her as well. So
okay.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to send you guys a Lambo because I'm not going to let them take those taxes out of it. So
right.
Well, absolutely not.
You can just do it right through my website. In fact, even on Clapper, I'm like telling people, it's like, just go to the website, choose the $50 ad. It runs on both stations. Type in what you want. It's quick. It's easy. Rianne, you've done it on my website. You know how to do it. And, you just tell me what the hell it's for. And then when I create the file, Laird gets half of that. I get half of that. Bloop, and there it is.
Oh, okay. But mine, but that's for the 30 seconds?
No, that's 1 minute. or up to 1 minute. It could be 30 seconds, but it could be up to 1 minute,
Okay.
depending on what all they need it to say.
I don't
Yeah,
really
that's
know. I just
why-
know that I pay both of you.
Yeah. Because that's why BK's was so short, because he only needed 30 seconds because his was just like, here's the info, get it out there. It's like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
Jenny's, she's given me
Bye,
more info
DJ.
since, so hers is probably going to end up extending to a minute after she gets done sending me, because she sent me a couple websites, she sent me a couple Venmos, and I told her, I said, well, when you get it all figured out, let me know, and I'll re-edit the thing.
Yeah. Well, it's like Oracle. I extended her to 1 minute because she had so little to say. And I was like, okay, but this is worthy of a minute. We need to stretch this out, make it mystical, etc.
Yeah.
Because hers could have been done in 15 seconds when it comes down to it. But we either do 30 or we do 1 minute just to keep it congruent with the radio stations and the auto DJ. And it just makes things flow better.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Because even if you're a couple seconds over, because your commercial's actually 3 seconds over the minute mark.
Oh.
And I've noticed that over time, that 3 seconds adds up, and it pushes everything back a little further, a little
shorten
further,
it a little bit.
further. Oh no, it's fine. It's just, I mean, because I'm still way within what I need to be, and I always will be.
Yeah, but you could take it and just speed it up by like 0.01 or something. Like, you know what I mean? It might take away that 3 seconds.
Yeah,
So.
but I mean, but like, all I'm saying is that, you know, it does add over time. So 30 seconds a minute, even with our station IDs, I've shortened most of mine down to like 15, 20 seconds, but they're even. So
yeah, keep them at 20 seconds. 15, yeah, you can get away with 15. Yeah. You got to keep them even though, because when you go to, especially when you get to where you want to do a playlist instead of a clock wheel, that's where it really counts, because, you start finding out, well, gee, I need 3 seconds to fill, because if I don't, this playlist will repeat. And it will literally go for another hour or 2 hours or however much content you had when you don't need it to, because the auto DJ just says, oh, well, I got to fill up 3 seconds. So it'll just replay it automatically.
That makes sense.
Yeah, makes total sense.
Totally.
But anyways, back to the mastication.
Yeah, I know we kind of just went on a tangent. Sorry.
Yeah, we did. We went on a
No, I like thinking about things and understanding them and everything, and so that's cool. But if that 3 seconds does take it into like overtime or something, we should probably fix that.
Oh, I'm not, like I said, it doesn't have that big of an effect on it, and it's the only thing I have that goes over a minute. So
leave it to me to be that thorn in the side.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not a thorn in the side at all. I mean, it's fine.
It's okay. It is.
That's when you learn to look back at the track, especially in Adobe Audition. That's the easy one. And you just go in and you find one of your dead spaces where you were taking a breath, and you cut, remove that little section, drag it back a little bit, and boop, you lost your extra 3 seconds or 0.3 seconds, whatever it is.
There you go.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I kind of have to, because a lot of times, it would be, I can't talk that quick.
Did you guys end early last night?
Well, Lab.
Yeah, I had power outages last night.
Oh,
that was fun.
Yeah, Lab was trying not to get struck by lightning, apparently, because Vegas had a monsoon moving through.
Oh, yeah.
And then you guys know that I'm doing the thing that I got this week. So, I mean, I think I ended up doing 2.5 because I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I only did about 2.5 hours last night.
By the time I got on, it said it had ended like literally 5 minutes before. So I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah. And we're probably, now that's something that Lab and I have to discuss, but we're probably going to end up moving, instead of doing that 4 days out of the week, we may end up picking 2 and start doing it on 2, and then the masticators, and then going from there. But
yeah.
Well, I mean, and because your sleep schedule needs to really, my internet. Can you still hear me?
Not the internet.
Yeah, we still hear you.
I'm going to take this shit outside, and I'm going to Burn it.
Well, it's funny you said that, MG, because when I played Rock You Like a Hurricane, that one was dedicated to the lab.
Yep. Yeah, we
That's
literally,
awesome.
with the winds coming through here, we had down palm tree debris all over the place.
Mhm.
All over the
Here-
place. We didn't get a single drop of rain on my side of town. Not a single drop, right? But we had the lightning, we had the thunder, we had the heavy
Hey,
winds.
did all those homeless people down in the drain areas like go surfing?
They all
Well,
took a bath.
Believe it or not, most of them, like, they really watch the weather, and when they see the storm clouds, they get out.
I
Because
was
they
watching
know-
this documentary about that. I did not realize that there's like a whole underground,
Yes, there is
like,
an underground.
and there's this movement that goes down there and tries to help them get off drugs and everything. And like, there was this couple on the documentary or whatever it was that I was watching, and their whole setup was like a little apartment
Yeah.
down in the drainage
Yep.
tunnels.
Yep. Yes, I know because I've been down there filming with Holy Smoke Missionaries and Doc Love.
Is
So
it?
I'm pretty sure you saw in the documentary because some of that footage was mine.
Well, no. So that's actually very interesting because I think those are the people that I was watching.
Should be, yeah.
I don't.
believe
What was it we saw it on though? I can't remember if it was on television or if I found just like a YouTube or.
probably television. He's got a, from what I understand, I haven't worked with Doc Love in years, a couple of years now, but he's finally got a show on. It's either on TLC or A&E. It's one or the other, but they actually have their own series now.
Yeah, well, and they have security go with them, and they have weapons because
Mhm.
like it can get pretty scary apparently. I thought it was fascinating though, and it's equally heartbreaking. You know,
Oh, yeah.
like the couple that I'm speaking of, and maybe you even know because you helped to film and stuff. They are originally from Hawaii, and they
Mhm.
went to Vegas, and I think he was the one with the gambling problem, and they lost everything.
They lost everything.
Wow.
But
remember
their
right,
love and their
they-
support and dedication to each other, like
Mhm.
she still like obviously till death do us part, like that means something. And then him and the support to her, and
Yeah.
I mean they lost everything due to his habit,
Yep.
and they're still like pushing through. To me, I think I teared up a little bit because it was a beautiful and heartbreaking story.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, I'll tell you off air because we never revealed their actual locations. We tried not to anyway.
Well, yeah, no,
for their
no.
safety. But I'll
Yeah.
tell you off air. But yeah, they have the whole tent set up with the stove cookers and everything else. And
Yeah.
there's several of them right there in a row, and they leave their artwork on. And some of the most beautiful graffiti you will ever see is underneath Las Vegas.
Yes, but
Like the
they
main tunnels
say
that run under
not
the
to
strip.
ever go into those tunnels out of curiosity because while there are good people like that couple, there are people that are on the polar opposite end, and
You never go alone.
yeah. I mean, there was a young woman that they interviewed who said that she had been attacked in the middle of the night like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, you
Like-
never go alone. We always went down with a security team. There's always at least 8 of us.
Good night,
In there together.
Megan.
Good night, Megan. Yeah, it's there was always at least 8 of us in there with Doc Love and his wife going down and filming, security guys as well. And most of the homeless guys know Doc Love. So they know
Mhm.
he's okay. He's not there to do them any harm or anything like that.
But he
it-
also at one point addresses the cameras. He's like, "Hold on, this guy's on edge."
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
so
back off.
he knows who he's interacting with enough to even tell the camera crews, like,
Yes.
your presence right now is agitating them. I'm going to need you to back up.
Yep.
Like,
Mhm.
so
Absolutely. The mayor of Underground Vegas, obviously a homeless guy, he carried around a samurai sword for protection.
I think I remember them talking to him, or he was weird.
Yeah, he's a weird guy. He's known as the mayor, the mayor of the tunnels, is what they call him.
I'm gonna have to find this documentary or this show again. But if you haven't watched it, Laird, I think you would find it very interesting.
I'll probably give it a check out.
And
Yeah,
I've been to Vegas so many times, and I've never seen these drainage systems. And when they were explaining how intricate and how detailed they are, I was blown away. But you think about it, it's the middle of the desert. They have these flash floods and these monsoons every now and then.
Yep,
They have to have some sort of drainage system.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
Right. So, I mean, obviously I know that, but I just you don't ever think of it because it's not right there in your face like Los Angeles,
Right.
and stuff like
yeah.
that. So,
Yeah, I mean,
It's so dangerous under there for strangers. Even the cops won't go in there.
yes, that's what the guy was saying. He was
Yeah,
like,
the cops will not go down there. They don't
Well,
have radio contact when they go down there. You
Yep.
lose it.
yep.
yeah, 'cause all that concrete. Yep.
Yep.
Well, yeah. And you don't know who's down there or how many.
Yeah, and the
Mhm.
ones up underneath the strip are very vast and very long. And yeah, anytime it looks like rain around here, they'll run around telling each other, "Get out, get out, get out." I mean, even if the first raindrops that fall, everybody starts clearing out, and they try to clear out as much of their stuff as they can because they know when it rains here, it may take 30 minutes after it stops, but eventually that's going to be a massive
It goes
Class
somewhere.
5 rapids river coming through there, and they will drown if you don't get out because they'll fill up fast, especially if it rains up in the mountains because it's running off and it's all headed this direction.
Crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
But it was fascinating as hell. I love stuff like that. Like,
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you'd be amazed at how many, not just in Vegas, obviously, but I mean any city that has an underground network of any kind whatsoever. I mean,
Portland has the Shanghai
we-
tunnels. I mean, they're not active anymore, but they are still, I think, at some capacity used for like
I
drugs.
guarantee it.
Like,
Well, and think about even larger cities like New York City. New York City has entire subway lines that are completely shut down.
Yep.
That
Abandoned.
are still intact, and I mean and people live in those areas because no trains come through there, but it's a huge platform, and I
Yep.
mean, hell, I mean most of them, because it's New York City and they can't keep track of it, most of them still have electricity in them.
Oh
mhm.
yeah,
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
and the builders' rooms where the people building it, the sandhogs would take their breaks and stuff. Those rooms are still there. Oh yeah.
yep. So I mean, I always find it interesting when you do what was that show they used to have on History Channel, where they did the undergrounds of cities and stuff like that.
Oh, I don't know. Is that a thing? Because I would love to watch that.
Yeah,
It was. I think it show's off the air now because it wasn't. I mean, I think they only did like 2 or 3 seasons. Oh, what did they call that? But that all this guy did was he would go. Obviously, he'd go to places like New York, and I don't know if he ever went to Vegas, but he went to like San Francisco, and he went to Tokyo. He went to Paris, the catacombs, things like that, and he would do all this underground cities type stuff. And I forget where he went. He went to one, and it was here in the United States. Oh gosh, I can't remember what it was, but and he talked about how, hey, there was an entire river that was diverted underneath the street and nobody even knew about it. Like people today, they didn't teach it anymore, they didn't talk about it, but he went in there and he talked about how back in the 1800s or whenever they built this tunnel that it diverted the river. And he talked about the population that they'd have down there, the homeless population, all that kind of stuff. Man, what the heck was that called? It was on the History Channel. I know for a fact it was.
I want to look it up, so. So there's the Portland Underground Tunnels like Association or whatever.
Mhm.
It's a nonprofit. Here we go. The nonprofit organization. So they have started to slowly uncover other portions of the tunnels. I don't know if either of you have ever been to Portland, but the tunnels are on the west side of the river only. They're not on the east side at all. But they go as far as the riverfront all the way up to 23rd Avenue. So that's 23 blocks, right?
Right.
But over a vast length too. And there are parts that they've never ever explored. And then there are parts that certain areas have caved in, so they have to go in and restructure in order to remove certain things. But the amount of things that they have removed, they've
Right.
got beds, antique beds, right? Because that's where they took the women to break them, into sex trafficking and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like they pulled out a child's crib. So lots of the 10s, 20s, 30s, paraphernalia and artifacts and everything is coming out. So they've decided to start a museum. And I have done these Shanghai tunnels so many times. I am fascinated by them. I've done the haunted ones, all of it.
Mhm.
And one of the more recent tours I did, the woman was leaving a lot of information out. I kind of felt bad. I was like, what about this? And then what about this? And she's like, oh my gosh, you are so knowledgeable. So she gave me the website and told me to sign up as a volunteer tour guide. And it's been about 6 months. And I finally heard back from them just a few days ago. I
Nice.
might do that. I mean, I'm so fascinated by it,
Yeah.
but it would give me
say
an
go for it.
insider's perspective of
Right.
the new tunnels, right?
Right.
I'd say go for it personally, but
So I found the name of that show. It was a while back. It was in 2007 was the original air date. They only did 3 seasons, and the first season was split up between an Eric Geller, and then it was then picked up by Don Wildman, and he did the rest of the shows. But
Gotcha.
I'm looking at the shows list, and I remember some of these shows lists. Like they did Istanbul, they did Edinburgh, they
Mhm.
did Rome, they did.
Did they
I
do
remember
Portland?
the Jerusalem. Oh, I'm looking to see if
I
it's
know
in
they
here.
did Reno at one time because I remember seeing the Reno one.
There's an underground in Reno?
Yeah. Oh God,
Yep,
yeah.
there's a Reno one
Uh,
here.
Grandma's
Here
her
it is.
son owns a 4th Street bar in Reno, and he has tunnel access.
Wait,
Yeah,
I think I remember as a kid, we were in this. My dad took us, I think I was like 13. We went to Reno. We stayed at the Circus, right?
Right.
But we went into this little bar where kids were allowed for food.
Mhm.
And the guy was telling us something about how the bar stools were like dummy stools, like the 2 at the
Yeah.
very end or something like
Mhm.
that. It was like a 50s theme
Right.
bar. Is that your buddy's bar?
No, 4th Street Bar used to be Peyton Place, which was a swingers bar.
Oh, well, I would not have been in there at 13.
No, definitely not. But
Talking about
these-
swingers bars quite a bit here lately.
there's quite a few of them that in the basement they have the tunnel access, which goes way down even further, and that goes back to the
Ah.
Prohibition days.
So you access the underground tunnels here in Portland now through the trash receptacle
Mm-hmm.
things that they have put into the sidewalks.
Right.
But the opium dens and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I didn't mean to cut you off, Laird. You were trying to say
Oh,
something,
no.
the name of the show.
Well, 'cause you were asking about if he did Portland. He did do Portland. In the first season, Don Wildman goes to Portland in the episode called Underground Bootleggers.
Yep. What's
Yep.
the name of the
So-
show? I'm going to put this on my list of stuff. We have
Uh,
Plex, and we pull a bunch of things from our server.
Well, and then, like I said, this show aired back in 2007, so I mean, you can probably find it on YouTube. But
Hulu is what Hulu and Amazon Prime, pretty much all of them have it right now.
yeah, it's called
called what?
Cities of the Underworld.
Okay.
And you would be the Portland one is episode 13 or 113, depending on how they got it listed.
Yeah.
But
Chanel,
yeah.
you're fine. Work away and listen.
Yeah, work away for now.
So,
Okay.
yeah. All
So
the
the
West
picture-
Coast port cities have the Shanghai tunnels, but Portland was the most in depth.
Yeah. So the picture I have up on the screen, I wanted to show this to you guys because this is underground Las Vegas. This is one of the tunnels. To your left in the hat, fedora there, that's Doc Love, Arthur McLean. He is the founder of Holy Smoke Missionaries.
Yep.
or Missionary Misfits. And to the right there is Wheels. Now, Wheels is homeless by choice. He
Okay.
is a veteran, and he takes his monthly check and sends it to his kids, to his family. He keeps very little for himself. But these pictures will illustrate, they got their dogs down there, they got, their whole camp
Yeah.
and everything.
Mhm.
That's this entrance here goes underneath the Las Vegas Strip. This one is
Okay.
the biggest set of tunnels in Las Vegas. And I'm hoping they show off some of the artwork.
So
Uh,
so that Doc Love guy doesn't look crazy familiar. They might have talked with him, but there was also I want to say maybe it's him. He
It
had
could be.
he seemed, I mean, I don't ever like to judge somebody's situation. A little bit heavier set with short brunette hair. Like, but
That
he
may
might
have
be
been
part of
Billy.
the other foundation.
Could be. That may have been Billy too. Because a lot of the misfit missionaries, they're comedians here in town. And
Okay.
it's all volunteer. We all go down into the tunnels, and they'll take socks and t-shirts and food, and of all of it, the food is what gets them in trouble with the cops more often than not, because you're not allowed to feed the homeless. That's technically against the rules, but they'll do it any damn way. Doc's been arrested many times.
So you're not allowed to feed them, like, don't take food down into the tunnels, because I'm thinking of like soup kitchens and shit like that. Like,
Right. Now they can go there, but for you as a person off the street, you're not, it's against the law to feed the homeless. You
that's
cannot go to
bullshit.
McDonald's and buy a bunch of cheeseburgers and go handing them out to the homeless. It's technically against the law.
But that's bullshit, because
It
I
is.
would rather do that than to give them my money if I'm worried that they're going to go get their next fix. I could not
Right.
live with myself, like, if I knew that I was enabling that,
Right.
you know?
I agree.
I'm going to see if I can find some of the other.
But I would rest
here.
easy if I know that I kept their belly full for the time being. Like,
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, and they do it anyway. Doc doesn't care. The cops have got to where they leave him alone because they already know him and his wife are going to keep doing it. They're not going to stop. The local comedians are going to keep holding.
I wouldn't either. That's something I would totally be okay with getting arrested for. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
oh, I'm sorry for being a decent human being. Here, lock me the fuck up. I'm going to be here next week too. You might as well get me my own freaking spot, because I'm going to frequent here.
Yeah.
Like, do you have a
And-
punch card? My
Right.
my 10th
Right.
time I get bail for free.
Yeah, exactly. And like I say, some of the artwork down in these tunnels is just phenomenal. The graffiti that's down there, very, very.
I have
They're
heard.
homeless, but they're talented.
And if anything,
Yeah.
I'd love to go down there and see that art. But I understand that that's not something I'll probably ever be able to do unless I'm watching some
Well, if
show
you-
or
if-
documentary, you know?
I'll put it to you this way: if you come down to Vegas and you want to go down, here of it, you can see some in the background there. I'll arrange a meetup with Doc Love and we'll go down.
Right. I mean, if it's a planned thing, I'm fine with that. But I know better, even just off the little information I know, than to go down in there on my own.
Oh yeah. Never on your own. But yeah, I can definitely arrange. There you can see somebody's got the pallets set up. Oh, there's the mayor right there.
That's the mayor?
That's the mayor.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the mayor. But yeah, they got the pallets set up. They'll, use tarps and whatever they got to make their little home down there. And these tunnels run deep underground.
Wow.
Like, most people don't have any idea that when they come to the strip, there can be anywhere from the barbecue grill. They got the divider back here in the back, separating one camp from another. Yeah. And they cook for everybody down there. Everybody, there's kind of like a whole damn community under there. They all pitch in and supply this, that, or the other. But yeah,
they
people
did
don't
explain
realize-
that there's like turf wars though too. There's
Yeah, there's turf wars down there. They do happen. And people come down to the strip and they don't realize at any given time they're walking on top of 20, 30, or a couple of hundred people that are living down there. Like everybody wonders at the end of the day, the guys standing out on the street corner, begging for change or whatnot. Where do they go? Where do they go? That's where they go until the floods come and take it out, and they have to go run. And this was I believe the tiny homes community that they've been setting up for the homeless, which is pretty cool. It's a good effort.
Sweet. So I have my Oregon carry license, but if I get my Utah, it covers 13 other states and Nevada's one of them.
Yep.
So I could conceal too.
Oh yeah. Well, when you're with Doc Love and the rest of us down there, they know us, so you don't have much to fear when it comes down. And there's always enough of us down there. We always have security down there. And some of those guys are mountains. Like they walk through the tunnels bent over and hunched over. They're so damn big. So nobody messes with us down there. And they know what we're there for. We're there to help them to begin with. So nobody messes with them, which is a good idea. But the reason for the tunnels here in Las Vegas, they get out and under the freeway passes and stuff, and the cops and the city will only let them be there for so long. And they'll all of a sudden randomly show up and give them 3 minutes to grab everything they can possibly grab. And then the bulldozers come in and the bulldozers will scoop up, and they don't care what it is. They scoop up their possessions and their camps into 50-yard dumpsters. And if they're still there at the time that the job is done, they get arrested and thrown in jail, ready for a fine that there's no way in hell they can pay.
So I know we've become more serious, but I think this is a good conversation. I know Las Vegas went through like this whole overhaul of the homeless population, right? And they basically, because I was there before it happened, and then I was there after it happened. And I have to tell you, the Strip, it was like night and day.
Yes.
Right? They gave them like one-way bus tickets. They were like, do you have family members? Where do you have family members? What city is that? Sweet. Bye. Like, sent them on their way, but it's like, what, against the law for them to loiter?
Correct.
Right? And everything. And that's why they made it okay down on Fremont, not on the Strip, to do some of their little shows.
Well,
right?
They can legally do it on the Strip too.
They can if they get a permit, right? It's a different thing.
You got it backwards. So
okay, so how somebody explained it to me, so maybe they were wrong.
Yeah. So the way it is on Fremont, it's a $45 a year permit. And what they did is they painted, because they revamped Fremont Street, is actually the only area in this whole damn area in this whole county that is Las Vegas. That's it. The Strip is not even Las Vegas. That's Clark County. Okay. So what they did is they cleaned up Fremont Street, because that was an area where if you walked off of Fremont Street in the covered area, it's your ass. Yeah. You were taking your life into your own hands. So Tony Shea, the owner of Zappos, while he was still alive, cleaned it up. He put in tons of money to clean up that area, and they did. And so what they did is they put in poker chips on Fremont Street itself. And you pay your fee, and then you enter a lottery. And your lottery dictates what poker chip, if you get selected, you're going to be on for what length of time on any given day.
And isn't it like 20-minute rotations? Like you can't just loiter.
No, it's not 20 minutes. I think it's an hour rotation that they have. So you're an actual.
Or are there different levels? Because I swear it's like this one lady said she had to rotate every 20, but the guy that was down there doing the spray paint art said he had like the okay for like 3 hours because of his whole setup or something like that.
Well, it's based on what your act is.
Okay. That would make sense.
Right. Now, and that's what the city of Las Vegas did. Now, Clark County, they've never really set anything up. Now, we know that Las Vegas Metropolitan Police, they came through bugging a guy, who sets up in front of the Bellagio. He's in a wheelchair, and he's got a little table, and he has no arms and no legs. And he draws with a pen in his mouth on a little stick. And he would sit there and draw, and people, will make donations for the drawings, right? Well, the cops arrested him, I forget, I think it was like 14 times. And finally, a judge was like, what the hell are you doing? They got the right judge on the right day. Because legally, what the law says is that to make what he's doing illegal, he would have to have a permanent structure. Well, his wheelchair and his little table is not a permanent structure.
No.
In no way, shape, form, or fashion. So therefore, according to Las Vegas City Code, or Clark County Code, he's not breaking any law. So they finally, after the judge threw it out and told the cops to screw off, they left him alone. And it's how all the other street performers are out on the Las Vegas Strip, from the showgirls to the guys that are dressed up like Halo or Transformers or whatever, as long as they do not have a permanent setup. Even when I would perform on the Strip just to entertain people.
Well, the street performers, yeah, but literally the last time I was there, I think I saw 2 homeless people.
Now, the homeless ones
they don't let them hang out anywhere, period. Like, one guy just sat down. It was a warm day, and he was trying to drink some water.
Right.
And they were like, nope. And they both picked him up and escorted him away.
Yes.
But yes, the escort card, Chanel. So I was there when they used to flip them at you.
Yeah.
Right. And now they are not allowed to do that anymore. So what they do is they hold the stack of them and they freaking flick them. They flick them to make a noise to get your attention. And then they try to put it in your hand.
Yes.
Yeah,
and they're not legally allowed to talk to you. If they talk to you, they violate the law and go to jail.
But they used to flick them, and I remember this guy was pushing a stroller, okay, and his child was covered in titty cards.
Yeah,
I
a challenge because they'll try to make them inside the stroller.
It's insane. I took a couple of them and I brought them back to the teenager. I was like, here you go, buddy.
Yeah, here you go.
Gonna help you out.
But yeah, the homeless. So the difference is the homeless, they'll just sit around, they don't move around a lot. They just sit there, and they've always got up their card that, they want money. Right. So the street performers, they don't, if they tried to carry a sign saying I want money, they would throw them off of the Strip quick, fast, and in a hurry. But if you're trying to sell something, they'll throw you off the Strip. Like, I've seen the guys sit around on the corners with bottles of water in the cooler.
My God. Yeah.
And, they try to keep an eye out for the cops, because once they come up on them, you're going to jail.
Can I tell you what drives me crazy about each time I go there, though? I can navigate most situations, right? Honestly, maybe now it might be different because I know the pandemic has changed a lot of things. But I would, in the past, before March 2020, I would walk the Strip no problem. I had no problem with doing it by myself if I needed to. It didn't scare me, didn't bother me. I can navigate it. But what did bother me was getting harassed by the guys in the cheap-ass suits trying to convince me to either A, get in a limo to go to a club for free, right?
Yep.
Or to go listen to the other guy with the greasy hair and the even shittier suit and what it was he wants to talk to me about. And Lord knows what the hell that might have been. And I would say no, and I would say no, and I would say no. And one time I just looked at this guy and I was like, motherfucker, trying to pull charm on me isn't going to work. If anything, you're disgusting me even more. And he was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, because they get paid, they're paid.
Well, he's trying to hit on me to get me to go listen to his fucking buddy. Fuck you. Yeah.
They're paid, for the number of ladies that they get in the limo to the club, because the ladies attract the guys, and the guys are the ones with all the cash that are going to buy all the damn drinks. Yeah, and they have a quota they have to meet every night, or they'll fire them and find somebody else who looks.
The limo ride is free, but they don't tell you about the required what was it, like $130 for the one bottle for bottle service or something like that.
That's once the strip clubs.
Once you get there, well, those are the limos they were trying to get us into.
Yep.
Like, and I was just like, oh, sweet. We can ride in a limo that's probably reeking of urine and vomit and bad decisions. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
so I can go drop $130
hmm
for one bottle.
Well, fortunately, you don't have that problem in the limos or the taxi cabs here. Because by state law, like when you get out of that limo, that driver has to go through that limo. If it's dirty in any way, he has to go out of service and get it cleaned. But he has to go through. There's cameras in there that nobody ever sees. And those
Nice.
cameras required by our Department of Transportation, because if you leave a wallet behind, say you dropped your wallet or you left your purse, that driver has, I want to say it's a maximum of 20 minutes to call it in, or that driver faces prison time in a big way.
Well, yeah. I mean, especially
That's
there,
more
you
limo.
have to think about it. I mean, those cameras in the casinos hone in on if you fart. Like, they know everything. Like, it's insane
Oh, yeah.
how detailed their camera systems and everything are.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that we were talking, my friend, when I was there a couple years back, he's severely diabetic and he knew better, but he didn't eat and he had a really bad episode in the Mirage parking lot. So we had to get security and stuff involved, and they escorted us through the back like tunnels within the casino, right? Into the
Mhm.
buffet. They paid for the buffet and everything. But he was explaining to us like the heat sensing cameras and everything too. Like, he was like, literally, we know how much you weigh, like, and all this other stuff if you're in certain areas, like the high roller areas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he got in depth about some things, and he said he used to work over at not Bellagio, the other one, Venetian.
Venetian, yeah.
And he's like, that stuff that they show on movies about people trying to rob casinos and everything. He goes, the technology is just like that, maybe even more advanced.
Yeah. It's more advanced than that.
Yeah.
If you try to rob that place, you're not going to get out of there.
I think Laird's tired, poor guy.
No, I'm just sitting here listening.
He's
No,
taking-
but that's why I say, like, I want to get to Vegas here soon, like as soon as possible. I want to go see Lab, but I didn't get to go in 2020 for Justin's birthday or mine. We always go twice minimum a year. I obviously this year I missed it, but I'm kind of like having Vegas withdrawals. But you don't
No
have
shit.
you don't have to drink or gamble to have a good time there.
Well,
And
no,
there's
absolutely
so much even on the outskirts of Vegas, like that Big Cat Sanctuary,
not. Mhm.
Yeah, Big Cat
right?
Sanctuary and
I want to go there and I want to feed the lions. And they're all direct descendants of the original MGM lion.
yep, every one of them.
Like the one that goes rawr in the
Yeah,
beginning of the
ones
movie.
with the pictures.
Yeah.
Yep, they're all
In the
direct
The
descendants.
guy used to truck them in, Laird, every single day to the lion exhibit at MGM up until, I think when I was reading about it, up until like 2013 or something.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, and they
they
retired.
had an actual exhibit there, but I mean, he got older and I don't think he had the help he needed. So they started the sanctuary
Yep,
at a visitor's capacity.
Yeah. And most people don't know the Mirage. The Mirage is actually a very cool place.
The dolphin.
Yep, because you have the Dolphin Training Center
Yes.
at the Mirage that most people don't even know exists.
I
I
went
didn't.
to
That's the
the
first I've heard of
secret. I went to the secret garden the last time I was there, and they were going to be shutting it down to remodel. So,
Oh yeah, it's
and I know a certain lady likes dolphins.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, she's a huge dolphin nut.
Yeah, you can pay an arm and a leg and give away your firstborn, and you guys can actually go out there and do some of the commands and stuff like that with the
Yeah.
dolphins
So
and be.
here lately, I think we would give away the firstborn with the way you've been acting.
I think it was $250 and $250, and you got to train with the trainers
Mhm.
and swim with the dolphin and the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the last time Hell, the last time I was in Vegas was before Julie and I got married, and that was 17 years ago. So,
Yeah. So Laird, if you do come to Vegas, here's what we do: we send the lady off to play with the Dolphins for the day, right? And you and I will go to the Las Vegas Speedway because out there they got what is to
Speedway.
Me, okay, to me this is the coolest.
Like I like dolphins, but
right?
I like to go fast.
Okay. Well, here it is then. You come down because all three of us will take turns doing this. Okay. It's $250 to do it. I know the price tag very, very well. And one of y'all go ahead and choose the Ferrari to get into. Because when you get in that Ferrari after
Ferrari experience.
Oh no, it's not the Ferrari experience. Oh no. No. Oh no, this is better. I could care less about a Ferrari. Hell, I could care less about a Bugatti experience, and that's $2.5 million car starting price.
I don't give a shit about the sports car. I want to go in a race car.
Okay, so here's what it is. Okay, you take a 30-minute class. Okay, you go ahead and you get in that Ferrari. You hit that gas pedal and haul ass, because I'm going to come up behind you in the police car with the lights going, the siren blaring, and I'm going to pit your ass.
Oh, I love pit maneuvers.
Oh, yeah. It's a whole police chase experience out there at the track. And you get to swap it up. Who's driving the getaway car and who's driving the cop car.
That would be fun, actually.
Yeah.
So when we went for my brother's 30th, we went to this place. I'm trying to find it right now. Battlefield Vegas.
Yes, Battlefield Vegas.
Have you ever been there?
About the Speedway. Oh, yeah. Battlefield Vegas. Go shoot up a damn tank.
Dude. And you got to pick which guns you shoot.
Yep.
Like, oh my God, we had so much fun. Like, and my brother's out there, he's like, America. He's shooting.
America.
Well, he's wearing his I'm not gay, but $20 is $20 shirt.
I'll tell you what, if y'all ain't afraid of heights, okay, if you ain't scared to fly, there's even a better one than that. Battlefield is cool. It's cool. But just barely 2 miles from me is Henderson Executive Airport. And over there, we can go and pay the price and get in a pair of planes and go dogfight. We have our pilot.
I don't know that I can do that.
They do the flying.
Real.
Right? So the pilots do the flying, but we do the shooting and targeting of each other. And it's got that whole military targeting system. So it is wicked.
I don't know.
For that.
I mean, I would maybe, but I'd be scared. I still haven't, and I want to so bad, but I'm such a chicken shit when it comes to heights. I want to do the helicopter, like Grand Canyon thing. Yeah. The Las Vegas to the Grand Canyon. But I just picture myself dying in like a really fiery crash. And
you know how you get over that? You go up here.
I don't do it.
2 miles from the house. You go up here to Maverick. No, you go up here to Maverick. And their little training center. And you just look at them. It'll cost you $50. And you say, I think I might want to be a pilot. And they'll say, okay. And they'll take your $50 and you'll go up with a pilot in a helicopter, typically a Robinson R-22. So it's a 2-seater, small helicopter, right? Very reliable. Very, very reliable.
Until it's
and
not.
Partway up, your pilot is going to give you the stick and you fly the helicopter.
I don't want unsolicited stick grabs.
Stick control.
So you'll take the stick. He'll keep the rudders. Now that's one thing they'll tell you is don't put your feet on the rudder. Don't even get close to it. But you'll take the stick and you'll keep it. You'll watch your speed and your altimeter and everything. And you'll just keep it right there, and you'll fly. And you get your first flight hour at the same time.
Huh.
But believe it or not, that's
and your first I shit my pants in the air experience.
That and you can
sweet.
I don't know. From the stories we heard earlier, that may not be your first I shit my pants.
I have only shit my pants as an adult once.
Yeah.
Okay, and it wasn't even on purpose. It was post-surgical. Okay, well, let's get into this, Laird.
Let's get into it, 'cause I got a good one too on that
I
subject.
had emergency gallbladder surgery.
Ooh.
Right? So get this. I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm having what seems like a heart attack, because that's exactly what it felt like. And I couldn't get comfortable, couldn't do anything. My beautiful, wonderful human being of an ex-boyfriend was telling me to go sleep out on the couch because I was keeping him awake and he had to work the next day. And I told him, like, something's wrong. Like, my chest hurts no matter what position I lay in. Like, I feel like something's like throbbing within me. Like, I think I might be having a heart attack. And I got told I was being melodramatic. I crawled to my car and drove my own self to the emergency room
Uh-huh.
to be wheeled in for emergency gallbladder surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Work the next morning and went to my night class.
Oh, wow.
I didn't shit for 2 weeks because of the pain meds.
Ooh.
It was, I couldn't go. The pain meds that they had me on, it hurt to sit at one point because I was, you know when you get to the point where you're burping
Yep.
and it smells like poop.
Yep. You were backed up.
Yeah. And so I called my doctor's office and they're like, why did you let it go this long? Why didn't you call us sooner? I'm like, I'm stubborn as shit.
Why didn't you give me the stool softener with my damn prescription for this shit?
Right. So basically, they told me if I didn't go in 24 hours that I was going to need to go into the emergency room for an emergency digital. Yeah. And I was like, oh, hell no, over my dead body. So I drank, get this, a whole thing of prune juice, which I'm telling you was fucking awful.
Oh, God, yeah. I hate that
A bottle of milk of magnesia, which was even worse. Okay. And I literally probably took, when you pull out the sleeve of laxatives, there's like 2 in a box. I took one whole sleeve.
Oh, shit.
I've done that one before.
About 8 hours later, I'm sitting on the couch and all I know is my pants are warm. Guys, I didn't even feel it happen. Like it happened. And I went into the shower and I derobed in the shower. And that shit went in a black garbage sack and out to the garbage because I was not trying to salvage that. But guess who didn't get to have their butthole spooned out?
But she definitely needed the bleaching after that.
That's even my doctor was telling me that I could have had a total like ruptured colon, basically. Yeah. Like it was to the point that I was in dangerous status.
Right. Yeah, see, now my ex-wife, I accidentally shit. Well, it was her fault. I shit bombed her. There is no questions about what happened. I shit bombed her. I used to sleep naked. And apparently when I sleep on my right side, I snore very loudly. So I'm on my right, or my left side rather. So
okay, I fart apparently.
I snore loudly, apparently. And so anyway, I'm sound asleep on my left side, apparently snoring up a storm. She's behind me. I sleep naked. And, well, needless to say, she was trying to nudge me to get me to roll over. And I wouldn't roll over. I'm dead asleep. So she kneed me in the ass. And when she kneed me in the ass, well, let's just say it flew. And it was all liquid. And it came squirting out my ass all over her. So needless to say, I woke up to her screaming. But it was her damn fault. It was like, if you hadn't kneed me in the ass, I'd have probably woke up and went and shit.
Oh, my God. Yeah. So
it was everywhere.
Fun stuff.
This one isn't mine.
Yeah, no, Chanel, you're absolutely right.
So this one isn't mine.
It was bad, and I was lectured left and right by my doctor. I mean, I know now. Okay, I know now, but when you're stubborn, like literally, my stubbornness could have killed me.
Yeah.
So I try to be better.
Mattress to the trash. You are right about that.
Yeah. I try to be better, but I swear, anybody who's medically trained at any capacity, We are the worst patients.
Oh yeah, I am
Mhm.
definitely the worst patient on this planet.
And Laird, I can say that about you probably confidently too, because you guys get your basic, you know.
yeah.
If you think for a second you can handle it or you got this, where's the last place you're gonna go?
Oh
Right.
yeah, you're right.
You
You're
know?
absolutely right.
Like, yeah.
But so you guys know Julia recently had hernia surgery, right?
Right.
Mhm.
So of course she has hernia surgery. They go in, they fix, and she actually had 2 of them, right? But they go in, they fix everything, and they tell her, hey, don't push, don't do anything for the next couple of days. Take the stool softeners, all that kind of stuff. So Julie comes home. Of course, first day she's on the pills and all that kind of stuff. She didn't go. Okay.
Mhm.
Second day, she doesn't go. Third day rolls around. She still hasn't gone yet. Now she's starting to get kind of worried because not only has she not gone, but the fluid's starting to build up in her where they did the surgery, right? So she calls a doc and she's like, "Hey, I've got this, this bump is getting bigger. I haven't pushed, I haven't done anything, I don't know what's going on, and I haven't shit in the last couple of days, right?" So doc's like, "Okay, well, come on in, let's take a look at it." So she goes into the doctor's office, and the doc tells her, he's like, "Have you been taking the stool softeners?" She goes, "Well, we don't have anything really at the house, but we do, I've been, taking stuff like fibers and all that kind of stuff to try to get it to come out, right?"
Mhm.
So doc says, "Well,
That's not enough.
right." So doc tells her, he goes, "Well, it's going to happen." He goes, "You just have to, you got to do what we tell you." So they drain the bump, get some of the fluid out because it was getting pretty big. So they pull some of the fluid out since she's there. She came home, and I don't know if it was from them pulling the fluid out or what the case may have been. She came home and shit a bowling ball. I mean, we're talking
Impressive.
could not flush it. That's how big it was. Freaking, I'm in there with the
Oh,
plunger.
honey, it's okay. Post
cutting it
surgical,
up with
anything, you're fine.
Yeah. I'm in there like cutting it up with the plunger, okay, get this
Did you
third
had a
to go down.
poop knife?
Yeah,
I've never ever in my life heard of that, and then that story was circulating on Reddit.
I just flashed South Park episode in my head with the giant turd.
yeah. But,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean, the funny thing is, it looked like it was
How
like
many
it was a
Keurigs?
fucking football. And I mean, granted, she don't even give a shit at this point because she's just like, "Oh, I feel so much better. I don't care. Fuck it, She's like, "Whatever you got to do, I don't care." So I mean, it took me almost, I'd say
Wait.
almost 3-4 hours to get it to finally go down.
Chanel,
Jesus.
you guys have
And even
poop
after
knives?
that, like, even when you would flush after that, it would still kind of rise. You'd be like, "Okay, maybe," and then it would push down. I mean, oh man.
Yeah, no.
But
When I had my little time, I was afraid to walk to the bathroom. Like, I'm just sitting there chilling, and then my pants are full. And when I say full, so it wasn't a full 14 days, by the way. I say 2 weeks, and I think it was like 11, 12 days, right?
Mhm.
But that's a lot of shit when you think about how large the colon is.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
And
Oh, yeah.
and I was eating normally, so yeah. But
we used to
poop knives. Hang on a second though. Chanel says that almost all the houses have them because of septics.
Oh yeah, septic tank. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay, I've still a poop knife, like, but come to think about it, there, Justin's oldest is known for his clogging abilities. Okay. And when we first got together, and when I first moved in with him, like, he had to fucking remove the toilet, okay? And no, you don't. Oh my gosh. My boyfriend, because of kids and stuff, he can stomach just about anything. But I remember hearing him from the bathroom, oh, Dad, what the fuck? You know, like he said he had to wrap both hands around it. It was that lodged in there and yank it out.
Jesus.
And he came out, he's like, next time it's you, fucker. And his kid, he's like, I was like, oh my God, I've never heard of this happening. Like,
Sounds like he shit a 2x4. You just grab a hold of the damn thing.
my stepdad suggested a poop yardstick or something like that, or like a ruler or whatever, a metal ruler or something. And I remember thinking to myself, am I in the Twilight Zone? Because I had read that Reddit story like 2 weeks prior to that. And all of a sudden now everything surrounding me was like poop knives and poop rulers. And if somebody is pooping that bad, there's not enough water and fiber intake in their diet. Like you're shitting a baby.
Right.
Oh,
A sewer bass. Like, like there is something wrong.
Yeah. There's definitely something wrong. Y'all hold on. We got to take a short commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to tell you my most painful shit story.
Are you tired of having a dirty brown booty hole? Do you wish your booty hole was pure white?
Why?
You need to call us at 1-800-BLEACH-MY-BOOTY-HOLE, and we will show you how to do this all naturally. For just $19.95 plus $3.95 shipping and handling, we will send you an instructional manual complete with illustrations on how to put your legs behind your head while on a lawn chair and point your booty hole towards the sun properly. We will teach you how to spread your cheeks so that the sun can naturally bleach all those cracks and crevices that you can't reach otherwise. Act now, and we will throw in a pair of sunglasses to protect your eyes, but not your booty hole.
But not your booty hole.
Call 1-800-BLEACH-MY-BOOTY-HOLE naturally now.
Are you ready to catch his fire? Catching His Fire Ministries, hosted by Brian Keith, will be held every Sunday. Pre-services start at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. The actual service starts at 7 Central Time. You can also find information on the website, catchinghisfireministry.com. That's catchinghisfireministries.com. Sermo, spelled CRMO, is a rare bone disease affecting children and adults. Due to its rarity, there is little research, no cure, and little is known as to what causes Sermo. In its most severe form, Sermo can be disabling in areas like the knees, spine, and collarbone. Many parents struggle with expensive medical bills because a lot of treatments are not FDA approved and most are experimental. But you can help by visiting crmofoundation.org. That's sermofoundation.org. Or Kyla's Comfort, KAILASKOMFORT.org to donate or learn more about Sermo.
All right, we're back. And so it's been a couple of years ago that this happened, but it has got to be the worst shit I've ever had in my entire freaking life. So I get this pain in my gut that says you have to go, right? We all know that pain. So I go off into the bathroom and I sit on the throne, and well, the pain just intensified and intensified. And it is literally, and fortunately I had my cigarettes in my pocket. It's literally gotten to the point where I am leaned over. I'm just going to show you on air. I'm leaned over and I'm rocking back and forth, and my hands are up here on my face and my head, and I got a cigarette in my hand, and the gut pain is hitting real super freaking hard. And I mean, I'm shaking and I'm holding my gut and I'm double over, and I'm like, Jesus, what the hell did I eat? Oh my God. And finally, in the end, it comes out. And it was a duty ball about that big.
No pun intended, huh?
One little duty ball about that damn big. And
I
literally sat there and looked at it, and I'm like, holy shit.
Did it sink right to the bottom?
Yeah. And it's like, where the hell the rabbit that shit this and when the fuck he's coming out?
He
'Cause I
shit
swear-
a rock. He didn't shit. Why are you shoving pebbles up your booty hole?
I was like, what in the hell did I eat to cause it? And I thought about it. I had a salad, just that morning, and I'm like, holy shit, if that hurt that bad, that little itty bitty duty ball, when the fuck is the rabbit coming out? Because dear God, you better put me unconscious for that shit. But that's all it was. One little duty ball. That was it. Plunk.
Plunk. Little
Worst
ball of
in my
iron.
life.
Wow.
I could not believe that.
That's so funny.
I mean, you think you've shitting out a damn bowling ball or an entire freight train, and then all instantly, it comes out and it goes blink, and then the pain goes away, and you're like looking, and you're like, what the fuck? That turds this big around, it just slipped right off. Hell, I didn't even feel that one hit the bowl. One little duty ball.
There's this oh my gosh, I have to find it probably to properly say it, but there's like the different kinds of poop.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, and I was getting ready to talk about something like that. So has anybody, because I know I've done it at least once, have you ever sat there, known that something has exited your body, turned around to look to see what's there,
Ghost
and
poop.
there's nothing there? The ghost poop, where it's like, I know something came the fuck out.
Yep, the
There's
ghost.
nothing there. It's like
the ghost
what
poopy is, or whatever they call it. Yeah.
I did that. I think I did that a few years ago.
Yeah, I've always assumed that it just found its way through the S curve, the P trap in the toilet and went on down.
That's had to have been it. That had to have been it. But I mean, it freaked. I did it about.
It just started to
2
go
years
through
ago.
the pipes on its own.
Yeah,
That's got to be the
like
explanation.
It was the strong swimmer.
Like I said, it's the shit seeker.
Yeah, either that, or I'm calling the magic munchkin because there's a poltergeist in my ass. That happened, and I've
Or in your toilet bowl.
I did. Like I said, I did that about 2 years ago. It scared
my
the shit out of me. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've had that happen.
I just
Looking
Googled
around
it.
the toilet, make sure it didn't jump out. Like, where the fuck did this thing go?
There is 24 different types of funny poop.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you, the ghost shit is the funniest because I've literally, when it very first time I remember in my life that it actually happened, and I know it went in there, and I did. I looked, there was nothing there. You wipe your ass, and there ain't nothing on that either. And the very first thing that came to my brain was there's a poltergeist in my ass, and I'm calling the magic munchkin. Come to the light, children. Follow the light. The light is good.
Oh my god.
I swear that kid still paranoids me to this very day.
Oh yeah, she is.
I feel like I need to read some of these to you guys.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well, I don't have to read all 24 of the
No.
descriptions, but if any of them stand out, let me know.
Okay, we're gonna find out how many of these we've ever had. Y'all listen in the audience close now.
Ghost poop is definitely, that's you can skip over that one because we've established that one.
Okay, so there's the washboard abs poop. Says, have you ever sat down on the toilet needing to get everything out, but you weren't able to? This is a blessing in disguise. You can relieve yourself and get a great workout in.
Oh, were you squeezing the gut?
It's the kind where it's not comfortable and sometimes it flat out hurts. I do some crunches, Russian twists, leg lifts, and oblique work. Eventually it comes out, but my abs are burning.
Yeah,
Warning,
all from hell.
you might sweat after this poop. You definitely deserve a protein shake.
I don't know if protein's the answer in that case.
More fiber would be the answer.
The next one is the not yet seated poo.
Oh God.
It's a hybrid style. It's a not standing, but not quite diarrhea, but it comes out on its own nonetheless.
I think I've had a few of those.
I think I've had a few of those. I've had a couple that were like photo finishes.
It is due to poor planning and possibly poor eating.
That would definitely be both in that scenario.
There,
I don't know
there's
about
the shy
planning part.
poop. The
The
shy
what?
poop is reserved. It doesn't like attention, nor does it like to be seen in public. Shy poops are great when you have spare time to sit on the pot and wait. That's my kind of poop. Sometimes they
shy
have to
pooper.
be coaxed out, like a like a poo whisperer can slowly talk to a shy poo.
Just to
They
sit
can
on the
talk it
toilet
out of the
while holding
cave
on
and
to
into the water. What the fuck?
That's
I
the,
don't
that's
like
sit on the toilet and build the island that looks like a penis while you're waiting on it to poke its little head out.
Maybe
Hello?
your shy poop is just afraid of water. Who's to say that all poo can swim? Oh,
I swear to God, the more we talk about this, I'm hearing in the back of my head, "Howdy ho, neighbor!"
right?
Mr. Howley to run through the room any minute.
The is it finished poop? The is it finished poo is tricky, like a stutter step move in basketball or a feint in boxing. The is it finished poo likes to keep us guessing.
I have
As they
definitely had
say,
that one.
fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
I can definitely say I've had that one. I've had those where it's like, all right, I'm done. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Nope, nope,
yep.
nope.
The last thing you want is to get up off the porcelain throne and then realize, oh no, I'm not done yet.
Yep. Yep. I've had that one.
The curly soft serve poo.
You don't even have to give me
Nope,
a
it says this one is a classic, no explanation needed. The snake poo is very similar to the curly soft serve, however, the snake has extra length.
I've had the snake one.
The
Those-
ghost poo, we're gonna
Yeah, we talked
we're gonna
about that one.
flip over. The boulder poo. This might be what Lab had. This
It was a
results in
planet.
a single solid thud in the toilet bowl. Often there is a splash, so readjusting your buttocks on the drop is wise to avoid the backsplash.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Any man who has that happen never avoids the backsplash. It's going to come up and attack your balls like the damn Titanic. That's
Oh,
all
yeah.
there is to it.
It says that it is not unusual for the boulder poo, to weigh 2 to 3 pounds.
Yeah, mine was a duty ball about that damn big. There was a rabbit in there somewhere.
I've had that where it's just a large turd and it's freaking, it does its whole belly flop and all that stuff. But I've never taken it out and weighed it.
Are you gonna get like the fishnet or something? Like,
Yeah, just trying to.
like we're gonna have to wash this before we go in there and try to get the goldfish. But like Jesus, you just stab your poo knife into it. Well, like get a kebab like stick, Oh my god.
That's what you call a shit kebab. You see a little
stab-
Filipino
Can
guy
you
running
imagine
around.
though, 2 to 3
You
pounds
stab
if
it
you
and it moves.
take it and put it in like a what is it what you use with the marbles?
Oh, the
My words today. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with this. Slingshot.
That's it.
Imagine the damage that can
Oh,
do.
that would do a lot of damage.
So there's the sandpaper poo.
Oh, the one that's real rough coming out.
This one is one of my least favorite. These fellas don't even feel good, and you get a lot of friction on the colon.
I have not had that one.
No, I haven't had that one.
There's the sharp
Fortunately.
poop.
The sharp.
It comes from something that hasn't been digested well. Think potato chips, a toothpick, or a bone. Oh,
Oh
I
boy.
haven't had that one.
nope. Chili poo. This has nothing to do with being cold.
Oh, okay. I
We're
had to, I was like,
we're talking about chili as in spicy, as in hot.
oh yes, yes.
Lava ass. That's
Yeah,
what
you
that is.
you eat some of them blazing hot wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, or hell, down here. I mean, we got all these authentic Mexican places. Yeah, you're gonna light your asshole on fire around here.
Yeah, it was called lava ass. That's the inverted volcano because it's coming out as diarrhea, pure liquid. It's gonna spray. and it's lava ass. You are squirting lava out your asshole.
That's
mean,
when
them-
you sing that really awesome Alicia Keys song. His butthole's on fire.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, those that constantly eat that same damn thing, despite the fact they're going to light their asshole on fire. Theirs
Right.
is Dwayne. Here we go again. Lava ass.
This one's funny. The one leg up poop. This isn't
Maybe.
about style or acrobatics. One might think it's the Heisman football pose. But remember, no one will be watching you while you relieve yourself. The one leg up poo is about functionality and ensuring a clean getaway.
I got a problem with the mud butt.
The rocket poo.
Had that one. I've had that one this week.
That turd must have used rocket fuel to escape the hatch.
Yep. That one I've had this week, and I've had one of those where wasn't particularly like, hey, I need to go right now or something like that. But as soon as you hit the toilet, it's like, what the fuck just happened?
Let's see. The submariner poo. This is accurately named for its ability to dive to depths. They rarely approach the surface water and spend a lot of time at depth, out of sight and out of reach from radar.
Dive.
The clinger poo. These can get messy in a hurry. Do your best not to make contact with your bum. Above all, don't wipe a clinger unless there will be a lot of... otherwise there'll be a lot of cleanup.
Yeah.
Sticky poo. Not gonna lie, sticky poo is gross. Too
Yes.
much moisture, and it's attracted to the skin and porcelain as if it was a magnet.
Yeah.
That's what's fucking funny as shit.
Well, it is funny shit.
No, this next one. So I always I'm so shy about like pooping or farting and stuff, but I will announce when I have to. And so I'll usually be like, hey guys, I gotta go pee from my ass. So this one's called
Is that one where Justin yells, "There she blows"?
This one's called the Am I Pissing Poo? This one will initially throw you off because the sound might confuse the people pooping because it sounds like you're actually peeing. And then you'll quickly have to realize that the pee is actually coming from the area that the poo should be.
Oh, shit.
I can't even, guys. We are such children. The next one is called the sprayer or sprinkler poo.
Yep.
When I
That's
think
gonna
of
be the one
this,
that's got the corn installed.
when I think of the sprayer poo, I think of the Nintendo game Rambo. Remember the spray gun he had? Needless to say, it sprayed at a very wide angle and touched every area of the screen.
Yep.
I think I've had that when I've been sick before, but
Yeah.
I've had those, especially after eating corn. And I've always thought about the Rambo game because it's a wide spray and you can almost hear it. Ting, 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 ting. It's like the little bullets hitting, and you look down afterwards and yep, there's the corn. Mm-hmm. When was the last time I had corn? Shit.
The semi-automatic poo. This makes you think that you're at a firing range. The pace of this poo is quick, so be ready. The problem is you're not going to be ready or prepared for the exit of this semi-automatic poo. Oh my god. I remember what I ate poo. This can be rather hostile, especially in smaller bathrooms without windows.
oh my god, it's Taco Bell again.
The I remember what I ate poo tends to bring back fond memories of a recent meal. Or maybe not so fond memories.
Oh yeah.
Like a blind date gone wrong, or a meal that had potentially but never realized itself. Oh, that had potential but never realized itself.
Oh my god.
Try not to breathe poo.
Oh yes, yeah.
This one could indicate what you last ate. It is vile and rather disgusting, and it's bursting with aroma and flavor.
Broccoli.
That's the one that you're like, I can taste it.
That's the one
Broccoli and cheddar.
where
And
if it drives you out of the bathroom, you have a problem.
yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
The no backup poo. This will appear in a situation where there is no spray, no candles, no matches, window, or a fan. Home or at a social gathering, and this will be problematic. And these are your only options: poo and run before there's a line at the door. Gamble. Take your time getting it out and hope that no one sees you leave. Flush fast multiple times to minimize aroma, or turn the faucet on and act like you weren't pooping as you leave.
Funny thing is, Chris Pratt actually did one on that one. Have you guys seen that one yet?
No.
So, real quick, I don't know if we're done with the list because I wasn't.
There is, looks like 2 left.
Counting them, but a few years back, he you there? Or did I freeze?
You froze
I
first.
I'm here.
Okay.
Actually, there's only technically 1 left, and then there's a conclusion.
Okay. So, real quick on that whole thing about the Chris Pratt thing. So, a few years ago, he got and he wins this Teen Choice Award for, I forget what it was, like Best Actor or something like that. It was what the kids had picked. And he gets up there and he does this whole like 10-minute spiel on how to poop at a party. Okay. And he's telling these kids, he goes, yeah, when you go to a party and you got to poop, right? Because it's going to happen, kids. It's going to happen. You know, and you know how you can be real funny about this kind of shit. You go in, and you turn the faucet on, turn both sides on, make it real loud. Hell, turn the shower on, you know, that type of thing, right? Make it loud, you know. You go in there. First thing you do, you sit down. So guys, if you're used to standing when you pee, no. If you got to poop and you're at a party, sit down and pee. Okay. Get all the pee out, you know, and I mean all of it. Get all the pee out, because you don't want to pee after you poop, because then it's just going to stir it up and it's going to make that smell come up, right? So get all the pee out first. Make sure you pee first, okay? So you get all the pee out, and then this is what you do. Poop, flush the toilet, and run out the door. He's like, leave the sinks going, leave everything going. Just go out the door.
Terrible. Oh.
Oh, that is hilarious. Well, you know, it could be, and you definitely, I mean, students need that advice. Hang on 1 second here, because I got to pull up this video. So, one of my favorite movies in the world, and this particular scene, I got to show it. The New Guy.
Oh,
That's a funny scene.
There's the leg up in the air.
Is that the one where the 2 girls, the twins, are like battle shits?
Yep.
yes. No.
Or is that American Pie?
I think
No, that was The New Guy. Yeah, American Pie was the other one, but that was The New Guy. Or he's trying to get thrown out of the school is what he's up to. He's trying to get himself thrown out. So he rips the video camera off the wall in the classroom. And of course, you know, the cable just magically comes out of the wall and he takes it all the way down to the bathroom.
It still works. You know, Wi-Fi back then. It had a Bluetooth connection.
Oh yeah.
Right.
What's the, another really good one though is Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah.
That whole
Oh, yes.
scene.
Yes.
Oh my God. I don't know how many takes that took. You know what I mean? Because like
Probably
you
a
see the veins popping in his neck.
Yeah.
Like that's how into that role, that moment he was. You know what I mean? Like
Can you imagine being the camera guy?
well, what's great is he's like spitting and stuff. That's why I'm saying, like, how many takes did that take? Because the moment that I start like spitting and like drooling on myself, I'd probably lose my shit. Like, like
No pun intended.
no pun intended. But I'd be like, okay, cut. Like, you know. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna need a stretch. Like, he is fully committed to that pooping scene. Like, I don't even know. Like,
Oh my Lord. Yeah, there's no way I could hold it together as a camera guy. I'd have to hit the record button, you know, and then walk away.
it'd have to be on a tripod. I wouldn't be able to hold it. You know what
Yeah,
I
no.
like? I couldn't. I would F that whole scene up because I'd be just bouncing laughing, you know?
I don't think there's a steady camera out there that
rolling around on the floor.
oh man.
So what's our last one there, Rianne? I know we got one more plus a conclusion.
Oh, yes, that's right. The act like I'm not poop. This is a classic move for people well versed in taking dumps in social settings. Believe it or not, some people actually like to stir the pot and get the rumor mill going. This requires straight face and veteran experience. While on the pot, you'll want to reach over and turn the sink on and off. Dude, this is what Justin would say is me. The crafty individual will also grab a toilet brush or a plunger and hit objects far away from the toilet so people waiting for the restroom can hear it. So obviously the person isn't anywhere near the toilet. This is totally me. This is so bad. That's why he calls it my ritual. But in conclusion, there are all types of poo. We usually refer to them by the more common poo terms, so healthy or diarrhea, but each poo has character and meaning.
And it's a part of you leaving the body.
This is so funny.
I've done that, you know, try to hide it, you know, in public bathrooms, you know, truck stop, being a truck driver, you know, I go in the bathroom and all, you know, you hear the music, you sit down, you know, and the bathroom's crowded and you don't want anybody to know what's going on. You definitely don't want to oust yourself. And so you hear the music in the back of your head. Dum, 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 dum. Ah, wow, wow, wow. As you get this good and the bad, the ugly stare as you're clenching the butt cheeks, right? So
Julie,
trying to keep it from trying to come out ever so fast and going, blah, you know, and you're trying to do it silently.
She just called him out. Sorry.
Yes, you did.
You need to go in there and flush.
Carter, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that.
I did not mean to interrupt you, like, Lab, but I can't read that and not laugh my ass
I know, right? I was trying not to laugh. I really was.
And I'm trying to figure out because when I went in there, I just peed. So I don't know what the hell.
Or that was pee from your butthole.
Was it? Yeah, was it for you? Or did you eat a lot of asparagus?
We just went through this.
I wasn't even gone long enough to take a dump. So
no worries.
Taking a dump the whole event.
Yeah, no worries, Chanel. It took all of us a while to learn this.
Yeah, that first night with what you and Laird were in here staring at each other going, ooh, and then I joined, and then Laird left, and then you and I are staring at the screen all night going, ooh.
5 hours, 22 minutes, 14 seconds.
Yes.
I don't know the exact time that you and I were in here.
Oh, good God. Oh,
Anyway,
man.
so what was your story, Lab? Now that we're done laughing at
When
Lady
you're in the
Laird
public-
calling him out.
Yeah, when you're in the public area and the bathroom's full and there's a lot of people in there and you feel it in your guts and you are about to make the most god awful sounds as this escapes your body. And you get that 1,000-yard stare and your eyes squint down as you clenching your ass cheeks together, trying not to let it, come out with a monstrous orchestra of sound effects, right? So you hear the good, the bad, and the ugly music in the back of your head. Wah, 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 ah, which is what you're trying not to do. And you just clench them together and you're trying to let it ease out a little at a time, and eventually it wins because you just can't, your muscles are now tired and you just, blah, and the whole damn bathroom, all noises stop. Faucet shut off, blow dryer shut off. The sound of people wiping their hands clean stops as they're all staring at which fucking stall did that just come from,
Right?
And they're waiting to see who the hell comes out.
I know. I look at shoes.
That's me. I'm trying to concentrate and take a silent shit that nobody knows I'm doing.
I will
Now
wait
you
till
can't
somebody
find out again.
flushes, and then I'll try to do my flush at the same time, and let it go.
Or you have the coughing shit.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell your ass cheeks are tired. There's no way in hell you're going to hide it. So you try to time it just right. And as it gets ready to, you're going, trying to disguise the sound.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, man.
God. So, I have poop stories for days, I guess, but
Oh,
I can tell you reason number 327. I'm probably going to hell. I worked in a production warehouse right out of high school, and I went in to use the restroom. And while I'm in there, there's these god awful noises coming from the stall next to me. And I'm just sitting there going, what the fuck? It's bad. It's like, and I was like, is she giving birth? What is wrong with this chick? Right? So I'm 19 years old, and I leave the bathroom and I run over to one of the one of the machines. This is when we made chain for chainsaws. Okay. So I went over to one of the production machines right outside of the bathroom. My friend was operating that machine. I was like, I'm just going to hang out here for a minute because I want to see who comes out. Right. I was like, you don't understand. There was an exorcism going on in there. So the woman that comes out of the bathroom is the one and only deaf lady in the warehouse.
So she has no clue.
And I had been out there talking so much shit.
Literally.
Yes. The noises, guys, it was not human. Okay. And then I'm out there you guys are so gross. Blah, blah, blah. Oh gosh, she's deaf. All of us at the same time, because by this point when she came out, it was 5 of us congregated trying to see who was in there, and all of us just got silent and walked away to our areas. It was one of those, we're not even going to sit here and talk about this afterwards situations. We all know we're fucked up.
Oh, yeah. So I got another Julie poop story, right?
Oh, poor wife.
So I had just gotten out of the military, right? And we'd moved back to Indiana, and this is back when my dad was going through a lot of stuff with his back before he went on disability. So he had an appointment. He had an appointment in a town called Muncie, which was about 45 minutes away from where we lived, right? Mm-hmm. So he asked me, he goes, hey, is there any way you guys can take me to my appointment? Because him driving that far was just, he couldn't do it anymore. So he had to lay down in the back of the vehicle. So Julie decided, hey, you know what? Sure, I've never been up there. I'll go with you guys, right? So we get up to this doctor's office, and they've only got one bathroom. Okay. Uh-oh. And this doctor's office is full of people, right? So we had just drove 45 minutes from home. We'd ate some stuff on the way up, all that kind of stuff. So we get up there, and there's like a line to get into the bathroom, right? So, everybody goes in, and I go in first out of the three of us because my dad's like, he goes, yeah, I got to go, but I'm going to wait until after you guys go, So I go in, I do my thing, I come out. Then Julie goes in, right? And she wasn't in there for like any amount of time that would make you think, oh, she's doing a number two, nothing you would think anything crazy about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she comes out, and then my dad goes in, and Julie just looks at me, and she can't help but start giggling. And I go, what? And she leans over and she whispers in my ear in this doctor's office, right? She goes, I just blew that bathroom up. And I just realized, I go, oh shit, Dad just walked in there, right? So my dad goes in there, he does his thing, he comes out, but he doesn't say anything because he's not thinking. I mean, he didn't realize that Julie was the one that went in before him. So he doesn't say anything. He comes out, he's straight faced, and Julie just can't hold it any longer. And she just goes, so how was it in there? And he just looks at her, and in the middle of this doctor's office goes, that was you?
It's better than him coming out and being like, damn, guys, whoever was in there before, like.
He kept talking about it the whole way home. He's like, what crawled up your ass and died? Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Is that her? Yep. Oh, that's amazing.
Priceless.
So another time I had it was really weird. My headaches can be really bad, right?
Uh-huh.
And I've had one seizure in my entire life, and I was in the shower getting ready for work, and I guess I must have had a seizure and passed out because when I came to, the water was freezing cold and I was laying in my bathtub. A couple hours, my whole body, like I was like a big raisin, right?
Uh-huh.
And I called my aunt. She lived right down the road, and she took me up to the hospital, and they did an EEG on me.
Yep.
Okay, that was my dog. Well, they recommended before I go in for my EEG that I use the restroom. So by this time, my mom had come and switched out with my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in the bathroom. This is not a me thing, guys. I'm just going to put this out there right now. We go in, and there's a woman in the middle stall. And so there's two other stalls. So I'm in one, and Mom is in the other.
Uh-huh.
And
between
the lady in between us, it was explosive. Okay. And she was making noises, not like the deaf lady did, but similar. And the smell hit. And I just sat there and I was like, oh my God, like I'm trying to hold my breath. Was my mom so polite?
Probably not.
All I hear is my mom go, I was like, oh my God. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And she's trying to apologize to this lady that is clearly, I mean, we're in a hospital, so she's sick, right? But what was coming out of her was god awful. And I'm trying not to breathe, but I'm laughing my ass off to my mom. Like on dry heaving, and I just out of nowhere I was like, Mom, you are such a dick. And she goes, I didn't mean to. Like I was like, get out of the fucking stall. Go. This whole time, but she's apologizing in between the dry heaves. Like
But years ago, here's the best other person shit story, I guess. Years ago, on a film set, doing a documentary about gas. Okay, all people have gas, right? And we're out on this farm, on this ranch, right? And we're talking about cows have gas, greenhouse gas, whatever. And we got this guy, husband, wife, and the wife claims she absolutely never farts. She never has gas. Never, 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 never. So we got this wonderful little experiment going. The producers do, right? And the director, and they all get together. So they attach, they take the girl off. They got their assistants to do this. The guys, I'm behind the camera waiting to see what this is all about because I know it's an experiment. I have no idea what the fuck it is. They come back out of the respective changing areas and they've got these bags, big plastic bags hanging out the back end of their pants. So they have literally taped this bag to their asshole and around their butt cheeks to collect gas. And it's all about, well, you pass gas even when you don't know you're passing gas. You're passing gas, even if you don't know it. Okay. So they put blinders on them. They cannot turn around and see the bag until the end of filming that day. End of the filming happens, and we take the blinders off. And needless to say, her bag was about twice as full as his bag. And this woman had such a conniption fit over the fact that she does not pass gas. And she gotten so damn irate, she shit herself right there, blew the bag off, running down her legs. She's got these culotte-like things coming down about to her kneecap that she's all running down her leg, the whole damn 9 yards. And I mean, all of us are just fucking rolling on the floor. The husband absolutely can look at cow shit, pig shit, chicken shit all day long. His wife shit, he lost it. We're talking, it wasn't just the dry heaving. Oh no.
See, I can't. That's the
instant everywhere.
There's like 2-3 things I have a hard time around, and I am definitely a sympathy puker. So we talked about this last time. I see it, hear it, smell it, I do it. So yep.
Yep. And babies, Chanel talking about getting diapers for my kids, get me to the ER. Okay. Let's talk about kids. There we go.
Oh, man.
Bill Cosby was right. I grew up watching, Bill Cosby and his HBO comedy specials, and I remember the one titled Bill Cosby Himself. And I'm just a kid when I see this show, and he talks about, the kid, and they have the little poop, he poops for the first time, and they show her his daughter, and he show it off to the grandparents. Oh, look at that poopy, da 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 da. And then it comes that smell thing. I always thought that was just a damn joke till my kid come around.
Yes, he was.
The first month, I think, couple of weeks, month, whatever. Yep, that was absolutely true. There was no odor to it. But I tell you what, the stench of the first one that crawled out of my daughter's ass made me choke and gag. Holy hell. Mm-hmm. Holy hell. That's all I got to say on that one.
Justin's oldest had a really bad reaction to an antibiotic.
Ooh.
And the smell of what was coming. Oh, this was he's on the toilet with the garbage pail in his lap thing.
Ooh,
he was that sick. Yeah.
Damn.
But I do know that my niece at one point, when they were going to the grocery store, they haven't even gotten into the grocery store, and she pooped, and it was one of those, it overflowed out of the diaper into the car seat, onto the car seat, like everywhere kind of thing. And I remember my brother calling me afterwards and saying, if I never have to wipe an ass ever again, I will be a happy man. He goes, we didn't even get groceries. I needed to go home and shower because it is everywhere.
Gotta get the car detailed. What happened?
He wanted to burn the car because he was worried he'd never get that smell out,
Yep. Light the house on fire, it's easier to deal with.
Yep. Oh, yeah, the 2 home run shit. Yeah, with the kids, you're in the middle of changing them. It looks like they're done, and hell, Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, I've had
God.
that happen too with my daughter. You know, you get the diaper out of the way, you pick up the legs, you starting to shove it up under, and hey, Dad, here's a present right in your hand.
Oh
Yep,
man.
had that happen more than once.
See what I've noticed about our newest one. He'll let him go, and he has this instant look of relief after every single one of them. It's just so. I mean,
Oh.
the other two, they would let him go, and it would be like, okay, they pooped, no big event. But he'll sit there and he'll just kind of he'll arch that shoulder up like this, right next to his chin, and he'll let it go, and he'll be like, and it's like
And how old is he again?
he'll be 4 months. He'll be 4 months, right?
Yeah, go ask the calendar.
4 months, right? Tomorrow. Tomorrow, that's what I thought. Tomorrow, 4 months.
That's awesome. He's so cute.
Oh no, I don't need no wound up toddlers.
Uh,
Oh no.
hey,
No.
wait, Chanel, did you ever find that otter pop? There was a case of the missing otter pop last night. She has a light gray couch, and it was a purple otter pop, and her kiddo couldn't
Oh,
remember
no.
where he put it. No, it's still missing at large. Well, in a couple days, follow the ant trail.
Yeah, follow the
Yep.
ant trail. Mhm. My daughter was infamous for stuffing fried chicken in the car seat.
Oh gosh.
She was infamous for that. I don't know why. She would save it for later.
That's so gross.
I know, man. She might take 3 or 4 bites of it. She stuffed it in there. And one day my truck kind of smelled funny. And I was like, what the hell's in my damn truck? Because I keep my truck clean, And I get back in there with the car seat, and I finally, that's where the odor's coming from. And I pulled the liner and everything back. Fried chicken, half eaten. It was gross. I almost hurled on that one. And I was like, wait the fucking minute. You were in my truck 3 weeks ago eating fried. What the hell?
Right. Oh god. Then it's
Mhm.
like you're growing penicillin at that time.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
it's been in there 3 weeks.
there is no food or drinks allowed in my car either. At all. Period. I don't technically have kids, but I'll tell you, my niece, my nephew, and Justin's 3 kids make my point every single day. So that does not happen in Rianne's vehicle.
After
Ever.
that.
So nope. I
Yeah,
was
after that,
we
nope.
were all in the Tahoe one day. I think we were headed to our campsite, and I put my hand in the little like arm rest part, and my
Mhm.
hand went into something, and I was like, what the fuck? Right? And I pull it out, and it's like a napkin that had dried up boogers all over on it. And I was like, I like went, oh, with it, like gross. And it's like up on the dash. And I was like, what the hell? And his oldest is like, oh, I blew my nose the other day. I was like, you didn't think to get rid of your garbage when you got out of the, no, just tuck it in here for Rianne for later. Like,
It's my present to you.
why?
It shows my
I found a dry booger on the bathroom wall once. That's a whole nother level of fucking lazy. Okay. Like, kids are disgusting.
Yes.
Oh,
kids
yeah.
are disgusting.
Yes, they are.
Yes. I think all kids do that one though, because my daughter did that one, the whole booger on the wall thing. I think they just want to look at it and see what the hell it looked like.
I wonder what this looks like when it's right.
I shouldn't have to play a guessing game of guess what that might be. Like, that's not fun for me.
Like that. What's that scene where Tina Fey and she's at her sister's house? Is that poop or chocolate? She looks
right?
It's chocolate. What if it had been poop? Nah, you take a gamble.
Uh-huh. Take a gamble. It's a real risk.
No.
Oh my Lord. Yeah. Kids are disgusting. There is no questions asked about it. I think maybe one day, like if I could go back and do it all over again, I would have kids when I could go to my local Walmart and go down the kid aisle. And there you would see bins with different colored little capsules. And it would say blonde hair, blue eyes, red hair, green eyes.
Well, you can do that
boy,
now.
girl, right?
Yeah.
But you take the pill, you take this little capsule, right? And you take it home, you buy it, you take it home, you set it on the floor.
And you just add water to it.
Add water to it. And within a few minutes, you have instant 17-year-old and 1 day from being 18. How you doing, kid? Here's a full day's worth of
Hardest
lecture
work
of
I've ever put forth.
And the next day you say, hey, you turned 18. Get out of my house.
No, I've always wanted to be a mom. So my situation is a little strange as a result, but I'm not sure still. I mean, I'm not 35 yet. Maybe it's still in the cards for me. But I also kind of just like my freedom and not gross shit. And the youngest will be, assuming he moves out 18, 19, he'll be out in less than 10 years now. So maybe we just go and have a really awesome retirement.
Oh, yeah. There you go. See, that'd be better because everybody knows you're not a real parent with only one kid. You're not a real parent with only one child.
But the good news is if I did have one in the next year or two, we have 3 built-in babysitters.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true.
And one of them can now be like our DD.
Oh, no. See, you can't be a real parent with one kid. I tell you this from experience.
Well, if I'm only able to have one,
yeah.
You know?
With my first wife, my stepson, okay. When something went wrong, I know who did it. Now, when my daughter came in, and my daughter, I told y'all before, she's born on Halloween. She's an evil little shit. When something went wrong, you look at them. Did you do that? They don't know. Did you do that? They don't know. Now you're a real parent because now you got to play detective on top of that to figure out which frickin' one of them did it.
Yeah.
You know? I finally, ultimately, after many months of trying with both of them, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to beat both your asses, and then I know I got the right one.
Yeah.
But my daughter, she was the worst. Like, I was doing remodeling on the house that we were in at the time, and it had pretty much all the doors in the house except the front door was those half doors. So the top half would swing open, the lower half would swing open. You can latch them together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we would leave the top half, open for the kids' room, keep the door shut. They're in there playing with the toys and shit. But now at the same time, I was making the bedroom closet, the master bedroom closet, into a walk-in bigger, right? So I extended that little fucker. I had a piece of drywall cut out. I could see off into that room without them knowing I was there. And I'm watching TV, carrying on, doing my thing. There goes my daughter, and I go off back there. What's going on back here? He took that from me. Damn it, Daniel, give her back the toy. But just give it back to her. He give it to her. This went on 5 times. And finally, I'm like, all right, what the hell? So I slip out the front door, in through the back door, which came up close to the master bedroom, and I slip off in the master closet. This is my daughter. She had a toy. Daniel would pick up a toy. Then she'd want that damn toy. She'd take the toy that was in her hand, go over, whack him on the head, which he would just, he was a tough little kid. Grab the toy that he had, run back over to her side of the room, sit down, and then, he took my toy. And you look, all the toys
God,
were
it sounds
piled
like
up
my
on her side of the room.
dogs. My dogs do that all the time.
She had this whole pile of toys on her side of the room. He had just a couple of, it's like she wanted every damn toy in the room, is what it came down to. And that final time, she got about halfway through the run, and I yelled, Lissa, that girl shit herself then and there, jumped 3 feet in the air, whole damn 9 yards. And then Daniel, he's rolling on the floor laughing. He's a year and a half older than her. And now she's really screaming.
Mm-hmm.
So in our house, we have, I don't know, not sure, and not me.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We have a whole lot of that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Okay,
super
so-
fun. It's super fun. I tell them, here's the deal, because I have zero patience for bullshit, right? Somebody did it. And if nobody tells me, you're all fucking grounded.
Mhm.
Guess
And-
what? It's gonna
That
be a
way you
nice
know you got
quiet
the
night for
reward.
me. You know, and they don't like getting in trouble for something they didn't do. So 9 times out of 10, the culprit comes out of it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The culprit
So.
comes out of it. And now,
Mhm.
Chanel, if you got 5 kids, you are definitely super parent. Now, I'm going to give you that rating. Yeah, and our house is, I don't fucking know. Probably Brandon's dumbass or probably, yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Real parenthood, that more than one, you don't know who the hell did it.
My other favorite is the oldest likes to point out everything that the younger two do wrong,
The informer.
right? But
Every family has one.
then we notice what the oldest one's not doing. So quick to point fingers.
Uh-huh.
But are we doing what we're supposed to do?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Maybe if you focused more on you and yours.
Uh-huh.
Right?
That's the informer. That's their job. They're given that job assignment at birth. They come out, bloop. They already know. They are the informer. And they will inform you of everything. Whether they're doing their job or not, it's irrelevant.
Oh my God.
They
To
will
go
inform
out
you.
of your way to find one of us.
Uh-huh.
Hey, so they put the Tupperware away wrong again. Just wanted to let you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, our teenagers doing that right now.
But have
I
you
was about to say, which
did
one
you
of your
change the
family
litter box this morning like you were supposed to? No? Okay, worry about you. That's a big line in our house. Worry about you.
Mm-hmm.
Let them fuck up on their own. Unless we always say, unless they're hurting themselves or somebody else,
Right.
it is not your job to A, tell them what to do, because you're not the parent, but B, come and make it our problem. Let them fuck up
See,
on their own because we'll pick up on it. Like
in ours, and it's typical. We have a typical 2-parent household. Okay. Bottom line is Julie will do everything she can to handle it until she can't handle it. And then dad steps in, and the 13-year-old has figured, wait a minute, if I go tell dad first, I may not get my ass whooped.
no.
So
You're in that stage.
He will quickly come and tell me everything that's going on. Okay. And I mean everything. All right. And of course, given the fact he's also a daddy's boy, he's been around the longest, and he knows if I have to get up, especially after working and all that kind of stuff all day, if I have to get up and move for any damn reason whatsoever, shit's coming. He's learned that shit real quick. Because if I've been at work all day, especially since I have to drive
Chanel, you're right.
Especially since I have to drive like an hour and a half away to get to where I work, hell, that's just 3 hours driving plus working and dealing with the dickheads I got to deal with all day long. He knows if I have to get up, it's game the fuck over.
Yep.
Run.
We got just a couple of minutes left, about 3 minutes left here. But your kids are going to hate me, Laird, because I'm going to give you one. When me and my brother were roughly, I think I was 8. He was about 7, 6.5, 7. My dad actually realized one day he'd been doing it wrong. Getting up, he's just like you, military, drove a long way to from work, out to the base. And he realized, what the fuck am I getting out of my chair for? What in the hell am I doing? I've been doing this wrong. So here's what he did one day. Your kids are going to hate my guts. He yells, boys, we get in there. He says, stand at attention. We stand at attention right in front of him in his chair, and he still got his feet propped up. I don't remember what the hell it was we did wrong. We were both guilty. I do remember that part. He asked the question. We both denied it. And he says, I'm going to tell you a funny story. We're both like, what the hell's going on here? Because our asses should be burning right about now. He goes, this morning, NASA turned off gravity to this planet. It has ceased to exist, and you two are going to keep this house from floating away. He put us both in push-up positions, in the up position, and then dared us to make a noise. I'll hold the floor.
Yep.
On that note, guys, we're at the end of the show. And literally, I think this has been a good shit show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been a good shit show. Lots of shit in this show.
It was
There's
fun.
definitely been a lot of shit talking in this show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we didn't
Oh,
masticate any of it. So,
No, we
Oh.
did not. We regurgitated it quite well.
yes, we did.
Well, we were talking about what happens after you masticate. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
the aftermath.
defecate.
you defecate.
You defecate after the masticate, and the corn has been in there for years. Never forget that. All right, guys, be sure to tune in next Wednesday night for more Masticators Anonymous, 7:30 Pacific, 8:30 Mountain, 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. For now, I'm the Lab.
I'm Rianne.
And I'm the Laird.
We will see you guys next Wednesday night. Be sure to tune in. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for everybody who subscribed.